Hello, everybody on the internet. It is August 19th. This is the Park Bench. I am C. Parks.
And I'm Golden Rose K.
And that's also Kirby.
And that's Kirby, and that's Kirby, and that's Kirby. Just like how C Parks has then that Sonic, and that's a different type of Sonic, and that's a different type of Sonic.
Do I have any Kirbys? I do,
I
actually.
don't know if you do.
Wait, no, I have a, I'll bring them over. I got a Waddle.
Ah, my goat. When I was in New York City, I bought myself a Waddle Dee from the Nintendo store.
I got this little guy with his maximum tomato. I can't hear a thing you're saying because I don't have my headphones on. Okay. Yeah, so I got this guy here today with us.
Oh, that's so cute. I like it. I like
Waddle
it.
Dee.
I'm not a blind box person anymore, but if I am, it's always Kirby stuff. I don't know why. That's just how it turns out to be, but that's how it is.
I forget I think we got this at Powell's, a bookstore here. I think we were getting a birthday gift for someone else. Saw the blind boxes and I was like, "Whoa, that's Kirby." Tara's like, "You want it?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "Do it." And I was like, "Fine." So,
More Waddle
all the
Dees.
Waddles. Yeah, a lot of Waddles.
I love Waddle Dee. Waddle Dee's so cute.
Yeah.
I have a three-way tie for a favorite Kirby character, and
Okay.
it won't ever not be that tie.
What is the tie?
Oh, it's Waddle Dee, Kirby, and King Dedede, which is really basic, but that is just how it is. I love them so much, and if you told me to pick a favorite at gunpoint and said I will kill you if I don't pick one, I won't pick one.
You didn't say Meta Knight, so I don't know.
Meta Knight's slightly below. Anime Meta Knight, though, has one of my favorite lines of all time.
Which is?
There's a scene, and if I should look it up and send it to you someday, where one of the anime only characters is like, "How you doing, Meta Knight?" And then Meta Knight, without any pause, is walking by, goes, "Very badly," and just walks off screen. It's such a fast scene. It's so funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Big Kirby Day. We got all our Kirbs out.
Mm-hmm.
We got
Kirby enthusiasm.
Yeah, we're gonna. People are gonna learn more about more Kirby characters. Because all the characters that they've got in there. But yeah, let's what have you been doing for last week? We usually start off with something like that, right?
Yeah. So last week I disassociated heavily and played 3 games. I mean, like 2 games, really 3.
Sick.
Technically, where I decided that I was dealing with a lot of like real life issues, bureaucratic nonsense, stuff that makes you very anxious and stressed. And I said, you know what will calm me down? Playing Picross. So then I went on to my Switch and I went on to Super Nintendo because I was like, did I finish every level in Mario Picross? And I went, I did. And so I was like, fuck. All right. Then I had to Google what's the best Picross game to get.
And it was Hatsune Miku.
And it was Hatsune Miku's Picross.
So I did see you playing that, yeah.
So I played a lot of Hatsune Miku Picross while I just like had stuff in the background. And then on Saturday night, I came home very drunk, at like 3 a.m. and I turned on Andy Cortez, the legend himself.
Yeah, Nitro
and
Rifle.
He was playing a game that I'll talk about later in the show called The King is Watching. And I was like, hey, Andy, this game looks great. It reminds me a lot of Loop Hero. And he goes, oh, Golden Rose. It does remind me a lot of Loop Hero. He goes, and I was like, all right. And then I was like, Andy, I just bought the game. And he goes, hell yeah. I'll talk more about that. But that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, I had my video game play was the standard, the typical. I thought I would be playing a lot more because
Hmm.
I had some time away, but I just didn't get to more. I was busy, but I did my basic
Hmm.
of playing some more Peak, playing a little Fortnite, stuff with the wife.
Hmm.
Playing our games while we were in separate states. Um,
Ah, yes, yes.
I downloaded stuff on like my Steam Deck, and I brought my Switch too, and I was like, I'm gonna play so much Donkey Kong and whatever Steam games I can find, and I just didn't get to it. I just didn't do it. There
Hmm.
was a lot of me just like spending time with my family instead, which, who does that?
Yeah.
Um,
It's been a while since you've seen them all, eh?
yeah, oh yeah. No, it's been like a couple of years since I've seen like my
Hmm.
dad, over a year since my mom, a year since my sister.
Hmm.
So it's been a while. So yeah.
Shout out to your dad.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I'm
Um,
sorry. There's two there's two your dad moments that live rent free in my head, but we don't need to tell them on air if we don't want to.
I'm glad. No, it's fine. So then I'm trying to think if I played anything else. I did in the airport want to play Uma Musume,
Hmm.
and I was like, I don't know if how I feel about doing that sitting down in this airport right now. I'm self-conscious about it. So I didn't do it for a little while, and I was like, let me just do it. Let me just do it. Get over it, Chris. Just play the game. It's
Hmm.
fine. So then I opened it, immediately saw one of the horse girls on the screen, and went, no, no, I can't.
I also would have loved it if it was like, and I realized that like for some reason my sound was on my phone, and it's just like the voices they make sometimes are very questionable.
Yes, I agree. I agree. This cat wants to go outside. Meow.
Mhm.
He doesn't
Go
even.
always throw back to the classic quote. I just wish these were real
I
horses,
just
man.
wish these were real horses, man. Yeah, yeah. So, anyways, now this week, what we got for our topics this week? We kind of already alluded to it, the Kirby Air Riders Direct,
Yeah,
which happened earlier today.
yeah.
We've got the Gamescom opening night live, which is currently happening right this
Currently,
second,
right now.
right now. You're gonna talk about Dead Take.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just talk about some games I recently put on my wish list on Steam. You can as well if you want. Uh,
Yeah, there's one maybe I might.
all right. And then you played The King is Watching, which you've already said also.
Hmm.
I've
Hmm.
played some King is Watching. I played the demo for it during a Steam Next Fest, so I've got I've got an idea of how that game works. I played it on stream actually.
Mm.
Uh,
Mm.
and then I thought we could talk about how to make a Chow game now
Hmm.
and what
All like something that you and I have been asking for,
forever, years,
like
a
like
decade.
literally a decade, if not a little more.
Yeah, it's been a long time. So yeah, so Kirby Air Riders. Um, what day was it? It was like
Oh, I started opening up something.
it might have actually was it Monday? I think it was Monday where they tweeted out. They were like, "Hey, Kirby Air Riders direct tomorrow.
Hmm.
45 minutes. Let me turn this light on. Boom. Yeah,
Mm.
45 minutes, which is a long time. Um, I think it's more than we got for the Donkey Kong and Mario Kart direct combined.
Hmm. The
Uh,
Sakurai special.
that's what I was gonna say, but it was Sakurai,
Mhm.
so you know he throws his back into these, and he really gives it his all. So we got 45 minutes. Um, I he said that there was more to talk about later. Um, I don't know what more there is to talk about. I got
Yeah.
I got just about
Uh-huh.
everything I needed
Uh-huh.
because I was
Yeah,
actually I-
I honestly like I can't like imagine like other than like unlockables and like you know how like Kirby Air Ride itself had like that melee style of like challenges and unlockables. So like there'll be that.
sure.
Maybe he'll show us the menu.
We saw like a very little bit of the UI.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, and I need to go back because I was on a plane watching it from my phone.
Yeah.
Um, but some of just the UI for like the videos presentation, very Sakurai, very Smash. That's what it is.
Hmm.
It's not.
His style of humor.
I've not. I've realized it's not like the type of like menus and fonts and the like the like title tags he puts on stuff. Like it's not Smash like. It's just that's just Sakurai. Because I
Hmm.
noticed it when I first played Kirby Air Ride, which I did this year. Um, where there are just things in this game where I was like, oh, these menus are so Smash Brothers. And then I was like, wait, this
Yeah.
came out before the Smash Brothers that I'm thinking it looks like. Uh, and then, the City Trials thing, the power up icons. I was like, oh man, this is so Smash Run, that mode on the Smash
Yeah.
3DS. And I was like, wait, this came out before that. These intro scenes for the characters look very Smash to me. Um,
And like just like also like the presentation of the video where it's like yeah, it's very ultimate coded, I think, a lot of the ways where it's like, hey, here's like the four characters. Look at all these four characters. They're hanging out, they're racing. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, and that character that you just saw there, they're also in the game. Like it's very like
over and over. Yeah.
he just like likes to like the way he
It,
like kind of does humor in the pace and like combines it with like the pacing of like a 40-minute presentation, I think is
yeah.
really, really good.
Yeah. Because it's almost like he's like, yeah, here's some characters. Let's get into something else now. We get into that, learn about that, and then yeah, like you said, he's very much like, oh yeah, see that character? Yeah, he's in the game too. And then it does a quick intro for him, and then like later in the show, it's just like, oh yeah, here's a few more characters, and it's just like they drip feed you characters as they are also drip feeding you like the content and the game modes and whatnot.
Mhm.
Uh,
It's just like
um,
it's a good way to keep you engaged
yeah,
and like I don't know, keeps the serotonin bump of like, oh, a new guy.
yeah, yeah. Um, there was a few times in this trailer where I was like, "Oh, Smash mentioned," which we just, he showed Ultimate because he was like, "Oh, I couldn't. I was
Mhm.
working on the Ultimate DLC when they asked me to do this." Which that's new. That's crazy because the
Mhm.
speculation that people were saying before on the internet was that Nintendo went to Sakurai about a new Smash, and he was like,
Yeah, he
"No,
was
I
like
have to do a Air Riders first." Which is apparently not true because he said in this that they came to him about Air Riders. So
which I do find interesting. Like with Nintendo, with all of its like history of like holding on to finished games and not releasing them for like 6 months to a year to a little more.
yeah,
Um, for them to be like, we want to, and like you and I know because like we're in the industry, or like not in the industry,
we're
but
in the
we are.
industry. We're in the
We're
industry.
in the industry, and we pay attention a lot. Is that the Kirby Air Riders isn't a kart racer?
It's
And
not.
like he even says that like he's gonna be like, well, you're gonna thinking it's like Mario Kart, as
Yeah,
he jokes about it.
yeah.
Like it's so weird to me that Nintendo would like show this off to like a normal person and be like two racing games for the Switch in 6 months or whatever. Like that's a little crazy to me that Nintendo didn't like pause this out for another 6 months, another
Hmm.
like until next year.
The thing that I thought about with this video while
Hmm.
watching it, because he does, like you said, he mentions that he's like, yeah, Mario Kart. You think like, oh, another kart racer, another Mario, like this, just Mario Kart again. And he says it like multiple times in a segment, and he's like, I kind of thought it too. Um, but then what he also says is like before he intros like the mechanics of racing. He
Mhm.
says something along the lines of how like basically he's like real air ride heads know that the racing isn't what we're here for.
Which is also so funny because then he takes 24-ish minutes to get to City Trial.
Yeah, he's like we know racing's not what you're here for. Anyway, here's a half hour of racing. And then
Mhm.
yeah, he goes through racing, which I haven't played a lot of Air Ride, but I liked the racing. It's fun.
Mhm.
It's simple, but it's different. Um, and you'll see here in this video soon somewhere, uh, they introduce a second button.
Yeah, and Sakurai apologizes.
Yeah.
I really, really, again, his humor is really good.
Yeah.
Uh,
He's a great presenter, which is I think why I'm so happy that we get these like other than just like seeing the game for 45 minutes, just like
mhm.
having Sakurai presented the whole time is very good with his little like production company that he has.
Mhm. And then he like picks up the game and he plays it,
Hmm.
and like especially like it with Smash, it was more apparent when he was like playing like two characters at the same time with like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, you're just really freaking good at video games in
Yeah.
like a lot of different ways. But he's great. But yeah,
Yeah.
and like here they're like, here are machines, and then later on there's like, oh, and also here are more machines, and then
Yeah.
also here are more run.
That's right.
It's so good.
Just like the characters, it's just like yeah, drip feeding you the machines or like the carts, but they're called
Hmm.
machines. It's machines and riders. That's what we got here.
Hmm.
What I was saying though is that with him talking about how like like real air ride heads no we're not here for the racing whatever, and then showing the racing off for so long, I was just like, this is how you get the normies in. This is how you get the normal
Hmm.
people into the game where he was like he was just yeah, that's the pitch is just get the people in with the racing because
Hmm.
you can look at it and understand what's happening. It's recognizable. It's easy to
Yeah, where
follow.
City Trial, especially like we'll I don't know if we want to get like fully into City Trial right now. But like I guess like to tease is like the big part of the game. City Trial is what a lot of the people growing up with it like really love. That's what
Hmm.
when I played this with a friend of the show, Alex, he was like he's like, oh, we don't race, we play City Trial. We only play City Trial when I was like playing with him like 4 or 5 years ago when he made me play it with him. Forced me. No. And that City Trial honestly has so much in common with fighting game mechanics and party game mechanics on top of like also having racing mechanics. It's a weird mumbo jumbo.
Hmm.
Um and it's so fascinating to have like the like having to explain that. It's like hard to explain to like a person.
It's interesting that you mentioned like the fighting game aspect to it because someone
Mhm.
else just recently, I think it was probably after the direct was announced but before it had happened today, where um somebody else was saying how like in the racing mode, not city trials they weren't talking about, but in the racing mode they described like a fighting game style of like momentum in it, which
Mhm.
it's interesting that you also said it because now I have two sources that say this is a fighting game, so this must Kirby's a Shoto.
Yeah,
Um,
Kirby, the cutest Shoto of them all.
yeah. I do think thank you Domo in chat says Sakurai stream when he'd be bigger than Kai Cenat. Um, he had his
He had all those videos.
YouTube videos, which he mentions every time now because he did
Mhm.
mention them in this, where he had a video and he said that he was working on like a top secret game at the time. Um,
Mhm.
but I think he could. I think he could do live streams. Um, his humor with his like editing and stuff like that does seem fit very well for these like uh yeah, like edited videos. Um, but like I do think he's funny enough where like he could live stream and get away with it, you know? He
Mhm.
wouldn't be boring. Maybe
What
sometimes,
also
but
going back to like the racing stuff and how he's like, it's a kart racer, it's not a kart racer,
mhm.
back and forth. Like in the video during lessons, or no, later on when they talk about the stars that you drop and how it's like it's you get a lot faster if you're behind someone.
Yeah.
And it like he talks about, he's like, when you follow other people's racing lines, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's a term I only know because of like competitive kart people.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's you're getting the oh my god, I can't think of the
You are
terms.
very jet lagged.
Right, I'm super jet lagged. I have more adrenaline in me because I'm excited to be
Mm-hmm.
home, but I can feel it in my
Mm-hmm.
body. Um, it's not drift, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Slipstream.
Yeah, you don't have it. You don't have a. Yeah, you have the slipstream.
You have you don't,
Um.
whatever it's called. Yeah, you have that in this game, but it's little stars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like it's something that you can actually visually see, unlike like you can feel it in like Mario Kart and other kart races that have it,
Yeah,
where like if
typically.
you're behind someone, you can kind of feel like the acceleration a little bit. But in you can having an actual visual cue for like, oh, where I need to be is I think really helpful.
Draft. Yes, you follow their
Yeah.
draft. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, you know, you're right. Like in this game, yeah, you see where you need to be to like collect the speed. Where in, yeah, like Mario Kart and other games, it's just when you get close enough, you then you see the visualization. What are you laughing at?
Mhm. Thank you, Domo, in the chat. You can feel it in your body, but can you feel it in your household?
I don't know what that means
Sorry.
right now.
Well, because of the Star Fox dating sim would go crazy in your household.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Yes, it would. Waddle doos here. Um,
Mhm.
I forget what I was saying. But yeah, the drafting in this game very much just like a kart racing
Mhm.
thing. Um, Also, for the kart racing, 6 players. And
Yeah.
I heard that and I was like, yeah, that's fine.
Mhm.
I'm okay with it. Mario Kart is got it's 24. Um, Kirby Air Ride was 4. This adds 2 more.
Mhm.
6. Yeah, that's fine.
Mhm.
I think that's cool. That's a nice compact
Fucking
competitive
Magalores.
nice compact competitive lobby right there. Um
What I like about six people is like gooey. Sorry, I gotta stop reacting to the characters again because
yeah.
I love them all. Um, but the about like one, I imagine six is a compromise between like having the visual fidelity of like and like of because these maps look gorgeous. I
They do
think
look
what we see
nice.
of them.
I yes.
Um, and also he talks about it in the form of like it would be too chaotic. There's a lot of things happening on the screen, unlike something
Yeah.
like Mario Kart and a lot of other racers that we see. There are like minions that run around the map that you can suck up with your copy abilities or your the ways that the other people imitate copy abilities.
Yep.
There's power ups that make things go crazy. There's an F-Zero like health system to your cart that either makes you go faster when you're almost dead or it will blow up and then you have to start again. Um, like there's just a lot going on in the race that I think that having even a 12 member like classic Mario Kart or an 8 member classic Mario Kart would be awful. It would be too much.
Yeah. Because even with the only having like the 4 in air ride,
Hmm.
um, it never felt like we were all that like separated from each other. Like it
Mhm.
it never felt like there was only four people, I guess.
Mhm.
Um, so I'm yeah, I don't know. I'm happy with six. If it was
You also
eight,
go
cool,
way
but
faster.
he mentioned that too.
Um,
He did say that. Yeah, go ahead.
oh, the other thing I wanted to mention, and this is my during this video and remembering things that happened in this video is my snide takedown of Mario Kart
Okay.
in the process. No, it's nothing really. They show it briefly. I love that when you select a cart and you select a character, it shows you the differences in stats. It shows you that like it tells you your character stats for the most part, so you
Yeah.
know that if you're using a heavyweight like DDD, what actually is different when you use the cart
Yeah, it's gonna
or
be
Star Machine.
it's exciting. The potential of not having hidden stats. It's
Hmm.
just there. But I think a large reason for that is the city trials mode. Because
Yeah.
that's the whole thing in that
Hmm.
mode where you're collecting stats. Basically, you just the
Hmm.
whole time you're going around collecting stats. And it's
Your Smash Run stats specifically.
yeah, it's 16 players also in that,
Hmm.
which I heard the 6 in racing and was like, yeah, cool, fine. I wasn't expecting anything crazy. And then I heard the 16 for city trials and I was like, holy crap, that is a surprise. That's way more than I thought.
Hmm.
Um and then also on top of that, it is 16 players online.
Hmm.
Local area networks, it's only 8.
Hmm.
But you can have 8 computer
Lot, yeah.
players along with you. So, um competitive competitive city trials will be 8 players, it seems like, potentially. Uh which is much easier for organizers,
TOs and
yeah,
yeah, an organizer.
to put together than 24. Um, what did you think about the one city trials map?
I think that so Air Ride Singular had only one city trial map, and it's a pretty big map. There's a lot of different, as you see it.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty big. Although with how fast and later on soccer, I was like moving around in it. I was like, maybe it feels smaller than I want it to, with like how quick the game can be. Um, but I kind of get it. Nintendo isn't really for does it. They don't really do it, so I don't think they would release like another map as DLC or an update. They could. Um, I am okay with one map. I would prefer at least two to go back and forth.
I my uh ideal thought was that um they would release another one at some point.
Hmm.
Um I don't plan on it. Like, I'm not banking on that in any
Hmm.
way. Um I was expecting one map and I got one map, so that's fine.
Hmm.
But I always was like, but it would be cool if later on down the road sometime they did maybe take the data they got from this map and were able to make something a little different, a little new with some new events.
Hmm.
Um,
Yes.
because that's also a big part of it. With it only being one map, it is extremely replayable, which is why
Yeah.
people love it so much. Because you have the different random events that could pop up um alongside the different stats you're going to be accumulating, and then the different end game mode that you'll do,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Mm-hmm.
interesting in this game.
Yeah, so like in original, it would always be like there's just one, and they would give you like a hint, like they showed
Mhm.
throughout the city trial, and be like, hey, the event might have something to do with flying, or they might just say it outright, like in the same way they do that in this one. Um, but it being like now when you like if you're playing 16 people, it seems like you vote because not all 16 people can do one event.
Mhm.
Um, because of some events are just racing where there can only be 6 people. Um, some events are just like this and that, and like so they all. It's very interesting to me that you're not all competing, um, in the same one. So I feel like even like if you can have 8 local, 16 wireless. If there was a competitive city trial scene, you might want to limit it to like the max amount of players for a single event.
That's true. That's a good point. Um,
Mhm.
I was under the impression that um I'd have to go back and rewatch exactly, but in the settings, I thought you could make
Mhm.
it so you get a specific thing at the end. Or maybe not a specific
Y-
thing. Not a specific thing, but you only have one option, I guess.
Yes,
I thought
but
I thought
I
that was a
guess that would
thing,
just
but
split everybody. No, you're right. It was a thing, and I think it might just split like the all 16 into different, um, like the amount of people. I don't know, like the amount of like, it might be like, all right, so 4 or 5 go here, 5 go here, or 4, 4, 4. I can't break. You can't 16. So 4, 4, 4, and 4. Yeah, you just break them into 4 different groups,
yeah.
which isn't super satisfying.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I like it just showed it. Chris got first place. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah, they keep the main person keeps on being Chris this entire
It's
video.
great. I
I
loved it.
kept
That was
thinking about you the entire
one of my
time.
favorite parts of the video was that Chris kept winning. Um, if aside from city trials, like any sort of competitive city trial stuff, just playing for fun
Mhm.
online, I think the ending being the way it is with like you like it's not a vote. I guess you choose what you want to compete in
Mhm.
is
Yeah.
very interesting and very cool. And he like kind of touches on why it is in this where you might have a really good build for flight.
Mhm.
Um and so naturally you might want to pick the flight mode, but you might know like man, but K like dominates in flight. Like I'm good at flight, but K dominates it, and I don't think I could beat him. So I'm gonna choose this other mode that I might have better luck in. Um, and then it turns out that K, they were
Mhm.
the only one that voted for the flight because everyone knew K was really good at the flight, and then you just win.
Mhm.
That's it. And I think he said that, and for like a split second I like questioned it, and then right after that I was like, nah, I'm fine with that. That's cool, because that then
Mhm.
adds another layer on top of what your choice is, because then you might just be like, nobody's good at strength.
Mhm.
If I go strength, I might be the only one who picks it and then just win.
Mhm.
And then you're not, and you're like, oh shoot, and then I don't know. It just, I thought it seemed fun and cool and just like, just
Yeah.
fun. It's just fun. That's all.
I for a second I was like right there with you. I was like, it feels a little hollow in my way. Like in it like to just like, oh, you won, but I didn't have to compete against anybody in the particular mini game. Like, and it says like it'll play like ghosts of your opponents, like
Mm-hmm.
that it will do. But at the same time I was just like, no, that just means I've made like a cart that no one else compete
Yeah.
with on this map, and so that's in itself is like a cool victory. So I had to like kind of recontextualize my mind in those like several like minutes after the reveal. um because like yeah, like Sakurai is all about making a video game fun. He tries his goddamn hardest, which is what you know, you weird to say. most video game developers want their game to be fun for you.
Yeah.
But he likes these casual party game
Yep.
kind of fun style. And I think that like in the development process, there is like a moment where like Sakurai probably thought to himself, like, hey, making someone play a game, an event that their character is just not made for, like if you have like a super heavy card that can't fly, like that's not fun for the player.
Yeah.
So like why not give them this option to switch between? And I think that's really like kind of showcases like his Sakurai's like focus on um
Making
just
it.
making the game enjoyable for
Yeah.
everyone who is
Yeah.
currently playing.
'Cause
And he even apologizes several times like throughout it. He's like I know 1 in 16 isn't a very good odds to win. And you're
exactly. It was brought up during the racing thing, where it was like, oh yeah, if it's only 6 players, like 1 in 6 odds are like okay for those are okay odds for you to win. It doesn't feel too chaotic. Like it feels like you have a real shot. And then in this 1 in 16 feels like a lot. But in reality, you're not against 16 people. You're against just a handful in the final game mode.
Mhm.
Hello, my waifu. I'm home from my trip away, and I've not been able to see her yet. She's at work right now. So I
Mhm.
got home, saw the cats, she was at work, and then I leave here to go to work, and then she comes home. But I'll be home early. Get my
Heck
get
yeah.
get my good waifu
Mhm.
time in.
Did
Um,
you take are you I'm sorry, while we're in that aside, are you working tonight? Did you not take
I'm working. Yeah,
no, that's a little crazy, but you do you.
it's an easy night.
Or you do what the capitalists tell you to do.
Yeah, exactly. It's a super easy night, and so I just figured, you know what? I'm gonna go. I'm literally. It's like a couple hours, like 2 hours worth of work, maybe three. I guess it does. I don't know what I'm walking into
Mhm.
exactly, but regardless,
No one's done any work in like the week you've been gone.
it wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me. But see, that's why I got to get this show to pop off, and my stream to
Mhm.
pop off, and I got to fix my internet so that I can actually have stuff working because my frames are dropping like crazy for whatever reason. It has been for the last few weeks. Um, and then I wouldn't even have to work at this place anymore, and I'll just do this. We just get,
Hell yeah.
we
That's
just
the
get,
dream.
we just get this to pop off. Meow. Um, let me let this cat outside, and you continue
Okay.
talking about what we're seeing on screen with Kirby Air Riders.
Yeah, I mean, so like we talked about City Trial, a trial as a concept, but we didn't really get into like what it actually is. So I guess like the format of the mode, if you're not so sure, is that you log into this giant island and then you basically you start off on a little basic ass car star, and you drive around and you try to get stats. You try to find new cars, depending on what kind of event or what your preference is. Um, so like you want to hop to a new car as soon as possible. You want to collect new stats, as many as you can, and then the cool kicker in this game is it has a bunch of mini um events that go with it. Like in the original City Trials, there isn't like a short race as they call it, or like that little battle mode. The events are more like in line with that giant bird and the my boy Gordo's falling from the sky.
Mm-hmm.
So in this game, there's more to do while you're running around while you're collecting stats, which I think is really interesting. It's really exciting. I can't imagine this getting super hectic with all 16 people locked and loaded. Because like there will be over time, like people will be like, hey, it's best to go to X location or Y location. Like I know how the mode works is like typically the stats show up randomly, they show up in boxes randomly. It won't be one for one the same all the time, but maybe under the volcano Sakurai hints at, or really high in the sky that Sakurai bumps into, are places that have specific, more likely to have better power ups. So there probably will be some like fun routing
Mm-hmm.
in City Trial.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I think there's plenty, like so much replayability. And again, it is such a good, like with Kirby Air Ride split screen co-op, just fuck around, like and play kind of couch co-op game. Um, he never says how many people can play split screen in this video, which makes me worried.
I only remember seeing 2.
Mm-hmm.
I know I know at some point in this video there is a 2-player split screen view. The only time we ever see 4 players is when it's the old game. With
Mm-hmm.
this game we only ever see it be 2. But maybe that's something in the next video. He said there was more. Maybe that's something where that sort of info comes in. Um,
He literally goes in the original game. 4 people could play split screen,
yeah.
and now 16 people can play City Trial, which feels like a slight non sequitur. Like it's like I get it. Like 4 was the maximum then, and now it's 16. But I'm
Yeah.
like, it feels like it would flow better being like you can play 4-player split screen, and now you can play 4-player split screen as well
With
as this. That's what I
16
wanted to
players. Yeah,
hear.
yeah. I agree.
Yeah, but no, I got um I'm left hanging. So I'm worried about that, especially in the era of like Nintendo typically does a good job of it, but split screen co-op
Yeah.
it has, fallen out of flavor.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah.
My honest guess
Hmm.
will be that you can play 4-player split screen offline,
Hmm.
or you can go online with 2-player split screen. That's what I would guess that. And that's what I don't I guess 2-player online is cool, whatever. But yeah, the 4-player offline split screen is um important.
Hmm. Also shout out to I just forgot the second button thing. The first thing I did when I saw online about people talking about this direct was the George Bush learning about 9/11 meme. And when the guy and he goes, Sakurai just put a second button
Oops.
in Kirby Air Ride.
I did see that too.
It's really funny. Um, but no, I'm super excited for this. My friend of the show, Todd, messaged me this morning because he was super stoked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like after you watched it, he's like, "What? Where do you rate your excitement for the game?" And I'm just saying I'm pretty high. I think it like I I'm like an 8.5 in the realm, like out of 10 for excitement. In the same realm that like this is a game that I will enjoy playing with friends, and I can't really imagine myself enjoying too much alone. Um, but like it does feel like a game that I will love to play with friends.
Yeah, I think I could see myself doing some racing.
Mhm.
Uh I still think the racing is fun and interesting and
Mhm.
good. Um but the main excitement for this game is like for me is like getting groups of people together to play City Trials
Mhm.
online. And I guess it depends how good City Trials turns out to be, whether or not I
Mhm.
would just like go online alone.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, as of right now, my only thought is like I would play this with friends. I'm
Mhm.
interested to see what the price point is. Um,
No, this is $70.
it is 70.
They didn't
Okay.
say it in this video, but it's on available for retailers
Okay.
right now, $70.
$70.
Which again puts into concerning question Nintendo being like it depends on the type of game. The pricing will be adjusted for the type again. We
Yeah.
talked about it with Mario Kart being 80 and DK Bonanza being 70, and me saying like what does that infer about like the quality of the game? Uh I don't know. I think it's truly a weird system to have when you're going to just be really vague about it.
Yeah. I'm curious what the next $80 game we see is
Yeah.
from
It's
Nintendo.
it's,
Like, is it
it's
Metroid?
crazy.
Is it
which we still don't have a release
Is
date
it
for. We had a release
Pokemon?
date for this.
No, one of the first things I thought after seeing
Mhm.
that this was announced as a direct was just like, oh my god, we're getting a direct before Metroid for Kirby Air Riders. We don't know when Metroid's coming out. Is it real? What if they shadow drop Kirby?
Yeah, I know that'd be crazy.
um,
Um,
yeah.
so my question, actually, two things. One, he says he co-made this with Bandai Namco. Um,
Hmm.
him and like his studio and Bandai Namco joined together, which means we can get Pac-Man. I don't know if we will, but historically, Bandai Namco is like, hey, we do grunt work for you. We put Pac-Man in the game, with the Mario Kart arcade game
Hmm.
and Ultimate and Smash before that, and this. So I mean, possibly.
Yeah.
So one and two, it continues this trend of like Bandai Namco being this like not first party, but
Yeah.
as close to possibly be first party for Nintendo
Nam-
company.
Namco's so
Uh,
close to just being owned by Nintendo.
mhm. Um,
That's why I can
but
uh whenever there's games from them, a lot of them I consider, yeah, they're second party because Bandai
mhm,
Namco makes a lot of games only for Nintendo, but they are
mhm.
not owned by Nintendo, so it's not a first party game. Is like kind of how I've been like viewing it.
Yeah, like old Insomniac before the acquisition.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same boat. It
Yeah.
feels like it. Obviously, Bandai Namco publishes and makes games for other systems too, but
Yeah.
um, and then I guess like lastly, like where is Pokemon ZA? Did they give, is that October? Did they give a release
October.
date
Yeah,
for
there's a
that?
release date.
Yeah, okay. Okay. No way Metroid is released in September. Like I just don't think there's enough time,
No.
right?
Yeah.
So that leaves Metroid in December. You're gonna release Metroid as your
For
Christmas game
Christmas.
is very odd.
That's the
I
Christmas game.
it's very strange to me. I don't know
Uh
what's going on with Metroid Prime 4. I'm a little scared for it.
I'm not against it.
Mhm.
The part that scares me is just if it like then gets pushed into 2026. Then I'm thinking like,
Yeah.
oh, what's going on? Um, there was another game though that I was thinking about comparing Metroid Prime to. I wish I could remember right now, but I am sleepy and jet lagged. Where,
You're like Silk Song.
no, but that kind of falls under the same boat. Where, where with Metroid, I'm just thinking like it's been so long since we one learned about this. And then after we learned about it, it was years after we ever heard
Mhm.
anything again or saw anything. And now that we
Mhm.
have seen something, the information that we're getting is still like so limited. Um,
Uh,
and
gee,
I can't remember what there was another game that did something similar and it came
I
out
know.
and it was great.
Oh, okay. So I was thinking it also reminded me, but like there's much more story to. Oh, what game are you talking
I
about? I'm
can't
very
remember.
interested now. Hmm. I don't know. I was thinking about, because I was just reading about it this day. A lot of that does line up with Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
Hmm.
That I was reading about in my Game Informer this morning. Um,
Shout outs Game Informer.
and shout out to Game Informer for being back. The
Hmm.
pages are very nice. Um, and like that is a similar game where it's like it was announced and then it got like quietly shuttered and transferred to another developer,
Yeah.
and then it was in the same way that Prime was forever ago. I put Kirby on upside down, I think. Um, development's crazy. Game development is crazy.
Yeah.
Sakurai says it
He
in the beginning of this
says it right
video.
at the start. He's like, man, game dev is hard.
He's like, "Why did I do
Why
this?"
are games so hard to make?
um,
Yeah.
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 Any last Kirby thoughts?
Um, I don't think so. Oh, well, I said at the top of this, I was like, there was like a few like Smash Bros moments in this where
Hmm.
one was just when they straight up showed Ultimate because Sakai was like, I was working on Ultimate DLC when they asked me to do this. And then the other one is one of the events is just called Kirby Melee. And I was like, Melee mentioned. Hell yeah.
Melee mentioned.
And then could have been like a placebo effect from that, but there was music that just sounded very Melee era to me for some reason. So I was like, cool. But that could just because it was probably just I was probably just hearing Dreamland. You know, probably just hearing
Yeah, you're
music.
hearing Gourmet Race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, it's the Melee song. But yeah, I don't know, not much else to say. It looks nice. Um, it just looks fun, which is
The
good.
the character selection screen leaves it open for there being more characters, so I think we're going to get a lot more characters. Um, I think Pac-Man's my like dark horse, not a Kirby character to get in. I think Marx is probably a shoe-in to get in.
Yeah.
Along, and I guess my other character that I would like in is that Sweepy Broom guy. I like that Sweepy Broom
I'm trying
guy.
to think of who the Sweepy Broom guy is. I
don't know their name. Like a lot of them, I don't really know their names. I just know them as Kirby enemies. But he looks like the Cappy guy.
Also I
with the
love
mushroom head, but
I,
he has a witch head and he has a broom.
I love the drag race.
Mm-hmm.
Because for whatever reason my mind instantly went to drag.
Mm-hmm.
And just
it's
like
King Dedede and fabulous drag
and racing, just going so fast. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I liked that Kirby's not the only person with a absorb ability.
Yeah, they have to hand wave a reason for why it exists.
But I thought it was cool to see DDD and Meta Knight get those like power ups. That was cool to see.
Seeing DDD in the silly swordsman green hat.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Or with like the headphones and the microphone screaming.
Oh, I guess we didn't mention Dark DDD at the end of this. Maybe that's who he is.
I don't know what that is. Yeah. I was actually gonna ask you if you had any idea what that was, but it looked like it was probably maybe somebody who is already established that I just don't know.
No, completely new character. I saw people earlier today were talking about how it could be evil, like a mind controlled evil DDD or something, a dark DDD.
Okay.
Because it just has like if you slow down some of the frames, it has a similar kind of structure to DDD with a lot of extra stuff going on. But yeah, I don't know. It looks like a Final Fantasy character.
When it first showed it, my first thought was Sephiroth.
Yeah,
that'd
be crazy.
They put Sephiroth in Kirby Air Riders.
He leaves Cloud to go fight. He's like, I found a greater nemesis, and it's Kirby.
It's Kirby. I saw what Kirby did. Actually, Kirby just escaped Galeem. Sephiroth came in and just cut Galeem in half. One shot.
So true.
Yeah.
So true.
But yeah.
That's the different power levels.
I don't know. The game looks great. It looks fun. It's weird. I wasn't expecting too much from this. I was expecting a package that was very similar to the original game, but expanded on, and that's kind of exactly what this is in my mind, and I am happy with that. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I was like, I am pleased. It looks like a game that I'll have fun. Friend Alex is gonna make me buy it, I think, to play it with him because of how much he loves Kirby Air Ride.
And then he's gonna just come over and play it instead of getting his own Switch too.
Yeah, he literally is like, when's it come out? When are we getting together?
Yeah. Excellent.
I'm like, all
right. Yeah. Well, that's Kirby Air Ride, and that's basically the end of this direct too. The only things left are really, becoming the champion at the end, and the theme song, the music, and then the Dark DDD.
The theme song.
The Dark DDD thing at the end. But yeah, good stuff for Kirby Air Riders. Good direct. I believe it should be over now, but more video games are on the way, coming from the Gamescom 2025 opening night live.
Yeah, ONL.
This is another Jeff Keighley special, another a Keighley original. Dropping in hot, Gamescom, Jeff Keighley, the Summer Game Fest and Game Awards guy, former E3 dude.
Well, let's go in reverse order. This is perfect.
I think this is in Germany, right? I think it takes place in Germany.
Yep, Cologne, Germany.
Okay. So yeah, this happened for 2 hours today. Just game announcements, basically, right? It's just kind of another.
Yeah. It's all game announcements. It's all like there's new stuff. There's like new actually, to be fair, Gamescom opening night live is all game announcements and all like showcases of different things. The actual Gamescom event is a huge, giant place where you can play like a PAX, but like times like 20. Like it's a giant like event with like a like I said, like
it's
you're like
more in line 50, with like an E3
crazy amount of people. Yeah. Jeff Keighley even joked he even joked he's like the real E3's been here all along.
Of course he would.
He's taking shots at dead E3.
Yeah.
Easy to take shots at something that's dead. But yeah, so that like the event itself, it seems really sick to go to. Opening night live historically has been like kind of like you like temper your expectations with what they talk about, with what they announce about. But from what I got to watch from the pre-show and about half of opening night live, there's some good stuff here. Some really good stuff here.
Yeah. I've got an article from IGN. I'll just share me scrolling around this. Let's go here. We got.
I don't know how it's formatted, but if the article's not formatted greatly, PC Gamer has like a reverse order announcement one, but this one might be in order actually.
This one might be in order, starting from the bottom.
Now we're here.
Yeah, hold on. Did you send me that?
No, I can right now.
Yeah, hold on. Send that over. Let's see. But yeah, there's also just before this happened, this event, Jeff Keighley posted a picture of himself with a clown nose. And the caption was "first time" with the clown face emoji, as that is the thing that's happening every time there's an event and people expect Silksong there and it's not there, or people expect a Silksong release date and we just get a sizzle reel or whatever, and then came out and basically said, stay tuned for, some Silksong info. It's definitely going to be here. And then Team Cherry, the people who made the game, talked about a major announcement that will happen in 48 hours. So on Thursday at some time, they're going to have some major news. And then after that, Jeff Keighley was like, for whatever reason, he knows, and was like, I can promise you that Silksong will be out in 2025.
So the end of an era.
Yeah, this is it. We're getting Silksong.
Also, if I don't know if you saw, Jason Schreier also said that on Thursday he's also going to be releasing his story about why Silksong took 7 years to make. So I'm really excited to read that and check out the deep dive of like what happened here.
Yeah, so he says, oh, actually, I have it right here. Bam. He says, here we go. Silksong will have a special announcement on Thursday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And coming from me on Thursday, the story behind why Silksong took 7 years. Stay tuned. I think he also even said there won't be a release date mentioned. I thought he said that.
Ooh.
Like let me go to his, this was on Blue Sky. I saw it on Twitter. No
We're on the
Silksong.
perfect
Yeah.
time. So
And then
I'm
he
sure we
also
would.
says, he comments on this. No, Silksong's release date will not be announced today at Gamescom opening night live, despite Jeff Keighley's teasing. So, not tonight. Could happen
Yeah.
in 2 days when this big event happens. Re-clicked it again. So, we could be getting Silksong release date soon, but it's playable.
Yeah. And that's like one of the things like the concept of Gamescom. I'm like, ooh man. Like I do wish I like got to play hands on with some of these games.
I'm also fairly certain Kirby Air Riders is playable there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. That's two games that I would have loved to stood in line and tried.
We're
Uh,
gonna create a fund for go to Gamescom 1 year fund.
uh, Nothing I don't think is announced yet, but I am going to PAX West in 2 weeks, so maybe something will show up there. That'd be cool. It'll be my first time at a PAX West. I've been to PAX East a
The
couple
big packs,
times.
the real packs,
I
one
guess
might
the
say.
OG PAX, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see.
Dude,
If I scroll through this,
Bubsy 4D, just the first thing, the first next game you see, Chris. Just,
Bubsy.
just yeah, just keep scrolling up. But
No, I got it. It's here. Bubsy 4D.
whatever blows your hair back. That's what happens every time Bubsy and Bubsy 3D flies over a propeller that makes it go up. He goes, whatever flows your hair black.
Um, so I saw that this was announced, and you immediately said, "Yeah," and it looks good.
Yeah, and I was maybe being semi absurd, but I do think there's a lot in here that is like good. It looks good enough
Good
to the
enough.
point where I would try it.
But
They do call him the Orange Blur at one point, which feels very close to copyright infringement.
that feels just like a
uh,
Bubsy thing to do, though, is to get
yeah,
as
yeah.
close to copyright infringement as you can. Um,
Um,
I think that this only has your attention because it's Bubsy.
yeah. I think it being like honestly, so like I like a 3D platformer and I play a lot of like these like demake era 3D platformers, like let's make it in the 64 kind of era. And this obviously has more fidelity than a 64 type of game does. But it being this like memeable franchise and being something that like I only associate with like as a bit in my head, like Bubsy's just a bit. The
Okay.
fact that I remember Bubsy lines is just truly like it's something I wish I didn't. But um but you know that all leads me to this like it's almost like this is a weird tangent but hear me then when Sony like re-released Morbius because like all the memes because they were like people are gonna definitely go see it because of all the memes.
Yeah.
This feels like that a little bit like they're like oh Bubsy's meme so hard let's make a new one but like I'm kind of actually in on this as opposed to god dang seeing Morbius.
We'll see.
So I don't know wait for my Bubsy 4D review.
Wish list now. Wish list now.
By the way, when it aired, when that finished airing, I
Yeah.
went to Steam to go to wishlist it. Wasn't there yet. No Bubsy
Could not
4D.
wish list
I was
now.
very upset.
Could not wish list now. Great job, Atari. What do we get after that? We got some Battlestar Galactica.
Strategy, space 4X kind of game.
I figure.
Seems
Yeah.
kind of neat. Nothing
Hmm.
from the show.
Alex.
Alex might like it, but not for me. I mean, not necessarily not for me, just not something I'm immediately like, yeah.
A remaster of LucasArts FPS Outlaws. I have no idea.
Made by
Oh,
made by Night Dive.
Atari again. Night Dive. Okay.
Yeah. So who's been doing all the remasters lately of old games? It's a Doom clone. That's all you really need. It's a Western Doom clone.
Western Doom. Western Doom. Yeah, look at that. Western boomer shooter.
I was like aware that Outlaws existed, but I never played it.
Yeah.
Early LucasArts.
Then we have Densh Attack.
Play this trailer. You go in blind to this trailer. Just play it and look at it, and I want you to live react to it.
Okay. I'll put sound on.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Sound for everyone. Splatoon so far. Well, okay. The music was very Splatoon, and then all of a sudden now we're doing tricks with a trolley.
Uh-huh.
Off the Ferris wheel. Uh-huh.
It looks fun as heck.
It does look pretty fun.
Like an on rails Tony Hawk trick simulator kind of thing. I don't really
literally
like,
on rails.
Yeah, I can kind of understand the gameplay concept.
Kinda.
But I'm in.
It's
it
just
looks
silly.
fun. It looks silly.
It's silly.
There's a Megazord.
Uh-huh. Sure. The first two things I thought of when I saw this was that it's this screen at the end. It just reminds me of like a Jet Set.
Yeah.
And then
has the energy.
The music immediately just made me think of Splatoon.
And
yeah, and then the gameplay just went wild.
Yeah. That was like my big like out of everything in the like I was like I gotta try this out.
Densh Attack is a game where you do Tony Hawk stunts with Japanese trains whose developers could not confirm whether we can make a train do a Christ Air. So
hell yeah. Chris Air, Rune Gilford's move from Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1. The only reason I know that is because that's the guy I played as.
Okay. I remember the Christ Air. I don't remember much else about it, but yeah. So sure. You're a train and you're doing stunts and tricks. Looks fun. He-Man.
Beat him up.
This is too long of a name. He-Man and the
Masters... they make a bit out of it.
Of course. Okay, thank God.
If you start the trailer and it goes like, "Hey, aren't you really excited for He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Dragon Pearl Destruction?" Like they say it really fast, like as a, like, and it's cute, but at the same time, yeah, it's another beat 'em up.
Yeah, there it was. They did do that.
I don't have much attachment to Masters of the Universe. Like as a property, I understand He-Man exists and a couple of the other characters, and I like doing a Skeletor voice every once in a while.
Sure,
funny sounding.
Yeah.
But I like how we're in this renaissance of beat 'em ups with the gorgeous pixel art. Yeah. So like that's neat.
I almost the pixel art is nice. I almost wish it looked different though, because it does look very similar to like the MU games that have been made. The Turtles and the Marvel one coming out. The art style just looks very similar to that.
Invasion and Shredder's Revenge.
I wish, in my mind, for whatever reason, this game should look more like a Genesis game.
Yeah, or you should lean more into the He-Man action figure look.
Or that.
But
yeah,
Chris, can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
You go.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Can I pause it? You love it. I love it. We're both having a good time. Can I pause it? You a nonsense question?
Yeah.
Do you think there's anyone out there who's like the only genre of video game they like is beat 'em up?
Yeah,
That seems so crazy
they're
to me. Like it
55,
seems
but
they yeah,
yeah,
they're 55.
but
They love it.
they do exist. And their favorite game is Golden Axe. And that's what I was kind of
Oh,
picturing this as, looking more
mhm.
along the lines of like a Golden Axe or something like that.
Yeah, they
Um,
definitely have like the body type that I think Golden Axe could even probably have been inspired by He-Man and whatnot.
for sure. For sure.
Mhm.
Let's see. Demo for Absalom is one of the best things he's played. I didn't see anything about
Absalom,
Absalom.
very good demo. Very good demo.
What's that? I'm clicking it.
Absalom is I played this during Steam Next Fest. It has roguelike mechanics, but it is a multiplayer side scroller. Or actually not side scroller, kind of almost like a beat 'em up.
Yeah,
Um
I do recognize this now from the Next
it's
Fest.
very, very pretty. You
Mm-hmm.
can play it with more than one person, which
Mm-hmm.
I was really pleasantly surprised about. I think I sent it to you when Steam Next Fest happened, being like, hey, try this out. And you just didn't have time. I sent it to Alex and he tried it out. Alex came up like 15 times during this show today. So
Shout out Alex. Where are you at? Get in
okay,
here.
Alex. Yeah, where's Furious
Oh
at?
my god, I didn't even see. I gotta resubscribe for Mad Tea Party. Thank you.
I reacted in the chat, but
Oh,
you know, I'm paying attention.
I don't have eyeballs right now.
You don't. You are jet lagged.
Valor Mortis. Before I click this, is this a Souls game? Yep, it just says first
Um,
person. That's how they describe it.
Valor Mortis is Ghost Runner devs. So the Ghost Runner 1 and 2
Oh, that
games
makes
that I really love, and then you remember me waiting in line at that one PAX, being so excited to play that game.
I do.
But so skip to like it's a CG trailer, so like it might I don't know if it's
Bam,
worth reacting
halfway.
to like the first half of this, but like halfway through it is combat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a
Ew.
like yeah, it has like some I don't know, there's some like bio horror stuff going on. Um like and it seems to be in this like Revolutionary War setting or something very similar akin to that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it plays when we get to the gameplay in a little bit um like a first person take on what a Souls game might be. So like a Kingsfield like, honestly, if we really break it down.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like it's very slower. It looks like it has like that block mechanic. It has some of like a magic system, but it seems slower than something like how a Skyrim or another first person Elder Scrolls would be like. There's gun mechanics, there's parrying mechanics. You seem
There's
to have a dodge.
I don't know what it is. There's something about
Mhm.
the way that that first person view looked in this game that just looked nostalgic to me. Like there's some I don't
Mhm.
know why, because it's just first person, but something about
Mhm.
it looked old. The game
Yeah.
itself doesn't look old, but just there's something about it that like maybe not old, but classic. Something about it
Mhm.
looked and reminded me of like old FPS like games.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, I like this is one that I was going in. I was like, oh, it's a neat little CGI trailer, and then I was like, you know what?
mm-hmm,
Maybe I'll play this. I kind of want to play it.
mm-hmm. Let's see. Then we had Long Gone, which I recognize. Long Gone. I think I've seen this
Hmm.
before.
I would describe it as the retro adventure game Another World,
Heard of it.
but very Last of Us. It's like one of these narrative platformers, like or narrative like I don't remember the exact title for it, but Another World was like the first one of the genre, so it gets talked a lot about. Um, where it's like you move around, it's very slow. There's like definitely like decision points. There seems to be some inventory management in it. You but then it also has like the kind of like first person interactive. It's very pretty. I don't know
It is
what's going
pretty.
on in this game, I'm being honest, but it's very pretty.
It's almost like if the the Walking Dead Telltale game,
Hmm.
but with a little bit more gameplay.
Yeah.
Like you said, like there is like the item management and whatnot. Yeah, I don't know. Looks interesting. Uh,
it's on a list of games I would play. It's not necessarily on my short list, but it's on a list.
let's see. A game called Routine, a sci-fi horror game that's been in development for 13 years. Got a 30-second clip. They didn't post it here, but it
Mhm.
got one. Uh,
It looked neat. The water effect ruled.
okay.
That's what I got for you about that.
Swords of Legend. I think we talked about this earlier in the month, right? This was the game that was originally developed by one person, and then
No, that was these games all do look alike. That was Phantom Blade Zero, I think,
sure.
that we talked about. This game looked pretty good. It's a Souls-like. It's Chinese. There's a lot of if you like fast forward again, I like throw out most of these as like half cinematic, half. There's a lot of really cool looking designs for enemies, but it
Mhm.
is very much that action, 3D action, Souls inspired,
Okay.
Ninja Gaiden inspired type of video game.
Okay. Sure. Cool. Road Kings.
We didn't get any gameplay of it, but
No
truck
gameplay.
driver narrative.
Truck driving. Narrative. Oh, okay.
Mm.
It says it's coming in on Truck Simulator's turf, so I imagine it's going to be Truck Simulator, but with a story, a narrative. Okay.
Yeah, like there seems to be like,
Oh.
at least in this trailer, like it has moments like where it's like you're talking to people and they're like, "Hey, you know, the storm's brewing up there,"
Mm-hmm.
and kind of like thing.
You, you didn't tell me we got Crossworlds.
Okay, I saw on my docket of things that I was gonna bring up, but
Mm-hmm.
do you know what it is? Yeah,
Pac
I'm gonna just I'll let it
Pac-Man.
happen
That's
for
what
you.
that's what's
Live
showing.
react.
The
Yeah, we'll live
Pac-Man
react.
DLC pack
Mm-hmm.
with two
And
different
then
games, two different DLC packs. Cross into a world of racing.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so Pac-Man and the ghosts are driving around,
Mm-hmm.
and also he's coming to Sonic the
Pack World
Hedgehog.
2.
What Sonic the
Yeah,
Hedgehog?
Sonic is coming to Pack World 2.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Pac World 2
And
is getting Sonic.
Pac-Man is coming to Sonic Cross Worlds.
Okay, look at that. Yeah, so hold on, let me pause on this screen here. Crossworlds play for free. Open network test
Mm-hmm.
in 10 days.
There you go. You gotta sign up.
Open network test. August 29th to September. Domo. You can play this game in 10 days. September 29th to the 20 to the first. I'm not gonna be here on the 29th.
I'm not gonna be here either. I'm gonna be here on the first, maybe, so I'll
I'm
have
gonna
one
be
day to
at
play it.
PAX on the 29th.
Uh-huh.
How do you sign up? Very good question. Does this video say? Nope. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. You can also see on this screen here, there's only one more slot not filled in on their additional characters and more screen. I
What's
wonder
it
if
gonna be?
this is also the timeline
Yeah.
because they put Pac-Man in between things that were already announced, you know?
Yeah. Man, I love Pac-Man.
Man,
Pac-Man
I
doesn't get enough credit.
love the Ninja Turtles.
I got two random things I want to just mention. Did you know that Miss Pac-Man is in Right's Hell?
No, I didn't.
So so any Pac-Man universe now has like Pac-Mom or Pac-Man's like I don't remember Pac-Wife. I don't know what they call her, but she's ostensibly Miss Pac-Man, but she can't be called Miss Pac-Man because she's not technically owned by Bandai Namco right now.
That's weird stuff.
I learned about that recently. And the other thing is this list didn't highlight it, and I just wanted to talk about it. There are two other games. PVKK, which is pronounced its full title. I just want to do this as a bit, mainly because I think it's ridiculous. Planet Invertidgunskanen Commandant, which is a first-person narrative puzzle game that seems like Firewatch meets like decision making. I don't know. It seems like it's kind of like Firewatch.
Okay.
And then the other game they didn't mention in this was Keeper, got shown off more. And Keeper still the Double Fine game.
The Lighthouse game.
It looks very pretty. The art style is very gorgeous. The main note I have for Keeper is that there was an interview with the creative director of it, and it wasn't Tim Schafer, which
Oh,
makes me believe that Tim Schafer is working on something else.
could be. Could be.
That's my ooh coming up hint
Yeah.
thing. I don't know, like
Jeff Keighley said the word Silk Song.
yeah,
Okay,
basically.
cool. Call of Duty 7 gameplay. I don't care.
So my real quick notes of it continues to look like a game that I'd be excited for if it wasn't Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like kind of hyper military shooter. That being said, the narrative has in that trailer a lot of very what I would call like Inception or Doctor Strange like mirror world kind of
Yeah, I'm seeing
like
this. Yeah.
stuff going on, which
That
does
bend.
seem interesting. Which again, like I look at that and I go, ah man, I would love to like interact with this and see what's going on. But it is Black Ops 7. It is like a Microsoft AAA budget game, and it makes me kind of
Weary.
wary of it.
Yeah.
That being said, the other thing I learned about it, 4-player co-op campaign, which is neat. And it has a 4-player PvE mode that is a roguelike horde mode, which also seems interesting for people who like that,
Okay.
considering that zombies was the only thing that I really liked about old Call of Duty. So
I think that's a lot of people.
Mhm.
Yeah, Call of Duty is so split apart now. A lot of people
Mhm.
are only into Call of Duty for the multiplayer. A lot of people are only into Call
Mhm.
of Duty for the zombies, and a lot of people are only into the Call of Duty for the battle royale.
Mhm.
It's very split apart. Make 3 different things. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or not. Whatever. I guess
It's
you're
kind of like you have 3 studios that could be focusing on each of these individually, but who
imagine
knows?
imagine if a studio could just focus on one thing for an extended period
And
of time.
like maybe you have an alternate release schedule. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
You
know.
know, who's to say? No one's ever tried this.
Nope, nobody. This is uncharted territory. Black Ops
And
7 is
next up,
co-op
no.
campaign. The end
Yeah.
game, a PvP continuation of the co-op. Yep.
Mhm. Mhm.
Lords of the Fallen 2.
Neat. Fine. It's another Souls like. It's
Yeah,
Lords of the Fallen.
more Lords of the
Technically the third game in this series, which is always funny
technically.
to me.
Sekiro anime. That's
It looks sick.
that's interesting.
It looks really pretty. Um, Earlier in the year, can't recall if we talked about it on the show, or if we just talked about it privately, or if I just talked about it in general into the void. Um, FromSoft or like Bandai Namco and Katakawa Group had some kind of interest in like some kind of like money splitting merger thing going on.
Okay.
One had interest in the other company. Um, Katakawa Studio is a Japanese umbrella company that controls a lot of anime in Japan.
Okay.
That and this probably are related in some way. I'm not like as knowledgeable to make a more nuanced opinion other than I see these two companies now, and now they're involved, and you know probably came down to the money that they spent on each other.
Yeah. Ooh, it's a little graphic.
Little graphic, very pretty.
Come exclusively to Crunchyroll. There's something about the line work
Mm-hmm.
in this that feels a little retro to me that I like.
Mm-hmm.
I can't quite put my finger on it, but it doesn't look like modern anime. It
Yeah.
looks like
For
modernized, but yeah,
mm-hmm.
it doesn't look like modern anime to me, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's a lot more unique style than a lot of modern anime. It doesn't have a lot of like the kind of CG assisted.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, noticeably CG assisted. It could still be CG assisted and just drawn over a billion
Right.
times over. Um, Also has like different types of artistic styles going into it. More less anime eyes, I guess. Stuff like that.
And then we got a new Lego Batman with Bane.
Uh, Plays like Arkham.
Okay. Not
Yeah, it plays like Arkham. Doesn't play like a Lego game. It plays like every Arkham game you've ever played. And it spans Batman from learning how to become Batman after his parents die
Hmm.
to spoiler alerts, his parents are dead. To uh him being established Batman, they said.
I see.
This whole trailer has references all over the place. They do like nuts, let's get nuts. They do the well, I'm born in the shadows. They did what every meme you've ever heard from Batman feels like it's in this trailer.
Hmm. It is
And they said,
weird to see it bounce around like an Arkham game, but it's
yeah,
Legos.
it's really interesting. It makes it more it makes it more it's, like I'm more willing to try this out than a standard Lego game. I like
100%.
standard Lego games as like just like a hangout beat in one day typically kind
Yeah.
of thing. Um, but it having more nuance, I guess is the right word for it. Makes you more interested.
Yeah, it's wow, it even had like the explosive gel. Yeah, it looks very much like it's an Arkham game, but oh hey, that's from The Batman, that
Yeah, no,
movie.
literally, it's like every single movie has a reference in it. In this trailer.
It's oh, speak of the devil, Alex is here. Um
Yeah, Alex, I've talked about you 4 times at
yeah,
least this stream.
it looks like the Arkham games, but um Lego humor,
Mm-hmm.
that Lego
Which
goofiness, but but Arkham gameplay. Which like
They did say multiplayer, and it's Batman, and the people they name dropped was Officer Gordon, Catwoman, Robin, and Batgirl was who they
yeah,
name dropped.
yeah, that's what it says here.
Oh, and a harder difficulty mode, which is neat.
Cool.
So.
That is neat. That is neat. Okay, that's interesting. Would not have expected anything like that, that's for sure. Oh, look, this is for Alex also.
Yeah, Fear is in the chat. Hope you're paying attention. It's your game.
The Warhammer 40K Dawn of War 4 world premiere. Oh, let's get a little sound on here.
Yeah, it's half CG or maybe like 2/3 CG, but we can watch it all.
For me. Yeah. Some new 40K RTS. Daddy's home. That's not true. Unless you're talking to me. I am home now. Yeah, I am home. I think these games have always, for whatever reason, like aesthetically looked cool to me.
Yeah, because you like StarCraft and they're the same gosh darn concept.
Yeah, but StarCraft, StarCraft did it first.
Yeah, you're so right. Definitely.
Yes.
There's no provable evidence
Yeah.
to suggest otherwise. But yeah, new RTSs. I love new RTSs being in the space. Big fan of that. Alex has been telling me a decent amount, I should say,
About Dawn of War.
Dawn of War Remastered, or the definitive edition that just came out, and he said it plays just like how he wants it to. It does what he wants him to do.
Cool.
So.
Cool.
What more can you ask?
Yeah. No, I mean, I like seeing more RTS games hit the scene. Eventually, one of them will stick. Eventually, Stormgate's out. I want to talk about that at some point one day when I try it, because it's released and it's free.
What's mildly interesting, I guess, about the very end there is you see at least 4 different factions. I think.
At least 4.
That's kind of neat.
Monster Hunter Wilds is doing a Final Fantasy 14 crossover. And Final Fantasy 14 is getting some Monster Hunter stuff. Okay. It's the Sonic and Pac-Man thing again, but now Monster Hunter and Final Fantasy. Wow. Cool.
Yep. Raids for 14 and like things like Chocobos are in Wilds, as well as special hunts with Final Fantasy inspired things.
Fits right in. Looks great. Good collab. I'm for it. This update from August 19th at 11:36 a.m. is just completely empty, so that's cool. We got more Onimusha. I don't have any interest in playing this, but this is one of those games where I'm like, it's cool that it's coming out.
Hmm. It's
Um,
always interesting to me that Onimusha like is they're in their attempt to evolve the series of like, I mean, I guess like Resident Evil also eventually stopped being tank controls and like slow, and now this is more of like a almost like a Ninja Gaiden in some ways.
yes. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Cool. I get not necessarily for me, but I'm glad it's
Yeah.
happening. Um, Action RPG Arc Knights. I'm not even gonna click that.
Oh, it's an Arknights thing. That makes so much
I'm
sense.
gonna
Let me
click
tell
it.
you.
Fine. You
No,
make
you don't have to click on it. It's a gotcha game, but it's also like satisfactory, and it's also like an action game. I just didn't know it was Arknights, which is a very popular
it's
mobile
an
gotcha game for
it's
people
an
who like
I
attractive
it's an
animal ladies.
anime gotcha engine building game.
Yeah,
What
with
what
action cinema.
what won't they make anime?
uh, yeah, I will never play.
That's
Not quite
crazy.
crazy.
Satisfactory, but with anime waifus.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Europa. I mean,
This is gonna be the Europa I try.
this is a interesting showcase because I do think that it hits some pretty big names. Like this isn't just a
Mm-hmm.
small showcase. Like there are definitely some big hitters here.
Mm-hmm.
Um it wasn't until Dawn of War and then Europa where I thought, yes, this is a European showcase.
Yeah, they're like, oh, those nerds over in Europe love strategy
Because what else? We
games.
had Battlestar Galacta 4X earlier.
Uh-huh,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
this is a European ass showcase. Fallout
Mm-hmm.
Season 2 teaser trailer.
It looked fun.
Yeah, Indiana Jones DLC. Cool.
Oh,
Oh,
this list seems to have skipped Voidmaker is out now, or Voidbreaker is out now.
oh, cool. That I almost put that on my
Mm,
wish list quick hits thing. So
mm,
cool.
there you go.
World of Tanks 2 updates. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. Um, I don't know. It's John Carpenter.
Yeah.
Whatever.
The gameplay, people, when I was watching it, the people seemed to like what the gameplay looked like, and they were like, it's very Left 4 Dead like, but mm,
Okay.
yeah,
There's a lot of games that
I
say
didn't.
they're Left 4 Dead like and they're not. Or a lot of games that people say is Left 4
Hmm.
Dead like and it's not, and it just means it's horde of zombies in a first person shooter.
Yeah, it
And
seems like a
co-op.
weird little co-op shooter.
Yeah, yeah, whatever. We've been getting
Lots of
those.
people attempting to get it to work.
Monkey Island creator Ron Gilbert's next game is a roguelike, vertically scrolling
Um,
RPG.
This is when I
Those are
got in the call with you. So every from this point on, I am like almost no information.
this is this sounds fun. It's just like a vertical scroller. Uh but an RPG instead of like a shooter, instead of like
Hmm.
a Gradius or whatever. You can
Yeah.
play as their character. Chad, cool. You can play as Chad. Run, fight, loot, and don't stop because that's where he's waiting. Oh, it's okay. Death by scrolling. I get it now. That's death, and the screen is scrolling. Death by Reaper.
Yeah, it seems neat.
Seems neat.
I don't know. It uses the same like art assets that a lot of indie games use, which I remember complaining about at like PAX East 2016, and I'm still kind of
Yeah,
complaining
when
about
all
it
the
now.
games wanted to look kind of like Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But the gameplay loop is really fun.
The
I can get over the art if the gameplay loop is.
yeah, the art is a little generic. It's not bad looking,
Mhm.
but it's a unique game, and it's Ron
Yes.
Gilbert, so cool.
And it's Ron Gilbert, which I didn't know before this moment, so I'm really excited. I'm way more excited now.
Let's see. The Disco Elysium guys put out a teaser for its next game, and it's not Disco Elysium 2.
Remember, just like really quickly, fast forward, was they kicked all the original creators of Disco Elysium out, and they were like, "No, we must capitalize the hell out of this communist propaganda." And so I don't have much hope at all. Like, I think it's
Unfortunate.
gonna look like Disco Elysium. It's gonna try to capture it. I think it's not. I have.
It's not the people who made Disco Elysium.
Yeah, it's just the people, like the company
The
name that
company
made
name is
Disco Elysium.
there. They can say from
Uh,
the creators of
um,
Disco Elysium and probably pay a different group of people less money for it, making it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm keep my eyes on it, but it's probably one of my least anticipated games
That's a
of like for something I should like, right? If there's like a weird middle section of like games I should be super excited for, but ones I'm not, this is there.
That's a
If that makes any
crazy list.
sense.
K's top 5 least anticipated games, and Bubsy 4D isn't on there.
No, Bubsy 4D looks great.
Yeah, this is, you mentioned this Unbeatable. This looks very pretty. Is this
The goat.
is this the mech one? No. It's the, yeah, it's a
This is the rhythm fighting game.
rhythm. This is the rhythm. No mechs, rhythm
Yeah,
fighting.
I love this.
Yeah,
Can't be.
it looks very pretty. Looks very, very nice. Have you played this? Was this on a Next Fest?
Yep.
It was a
Yep,
Next
I
Fest.
played the
Yeah.
demo for this. It's very fun. It's very like it's intuitive. I played it with a controller. You pretty much like each you have up down right and up down left, and you basically are just hitting up down and a shoulder button. So it's very intuitive to like be able to do like the rhythm parts of it, and then obviously that like every rhythm game, there are notes you tap as fast as you can. There are notes that you hold out, and then other than that, there's a lot of like walking around and exploring. And while you're interacting with the narrative, you kind of like piece together like what happened in the past to make music outlawed, because this is a world where you're a punk band and you're here to beat up fascists and cops, because music is outlawed. Very pretty, very cool, very excited.
Yeah. Cinder City, MMO tactical shooter. Seems weird, but all right. It kind of just
Yeah, no, I have no idea.
kind of looks like The Division to me a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what I think of, at least. But maybe more monsters and sci-fi future-y. Sure. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, this does nothing for me.
Nope. Seems Division-esque. We got a story trailer for Silent Hill. So that's, that's cool. I'm glad that we're seeing more fairly recent after its actual announcement. Keeps that momentum going for it a little bit.
Yeah, trying to really capitalize on Silent Hill Remake 2,
because
2 Remake.
the last time we saw it was another Jeff Keighley joint at the Summer Game Fest. I thought back then it looked pretty good. It seemed like a slightly different direction from Silent Hill games, from what I can remember. Just based on like the camera angles and the way the game looked like it played looked a little different than a traditional Silent Hill.
Yeah, it's weird because this seems distinctly. I mean, not even distinctly. This is just way more Japanese, and I mean that in the way that like Silent Hill like 1, 2, and 3 are the only ones I can really speak on. Are definitely in, like they have like a lot of Japanese things to them, but like the setting is very much of just like this is a small town. You can be kind of a small town anywhere. Where this is very much like has a lot of Japanese folklore. What I'm interested about, I'm not the biggest fan of Silent Hill 2 remake, made by Blooper Team, but this is made by Konami proper, which has its own set of worms to like unravel. That's how that saying goes.
Yep. I wasn't.
I'm interested. I'm interested, but I'm not that excited.
Does this make your list of least anticipated games or no? Doesn't sound like it.
No, this is still something I'm like, this will probably be good.
Hmm.
It's just this is not a buy day one for me, I don't
Sure.
think. This is a play on discount or play on if
I'll get around to
everyone
it
is screaming
eventually.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm glad it's happening. It looks all right. September 25th, pre-order now. Not far away.
Mm-hmm.
I believe we also get Resident Evil again in this showcase somewhere.
Yeah, later on we'll have your food, I think.
EA made an action game out of the first part of Dante's Divine Comedy back in 2010, and 15 years later, we're going back for the rest of the poem, but from an actual Italian dev studio this time. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this. Is they making another action adventure? You know, an action game. It says that. I'm
Yeah.
curious. I'll click on the video.
Is it just is this like an actual
GCD.
sequel to Dante's Inferno? Which is crazy because
La Divina Commedia.
that game definitely had a little bit of like a cult following, I think. I definitely remember a smaller group of people really praising it over other games of that time for whatever reason. I remember people like thinking the game was okay, and then yeah, some people being like, "No, it's awesome."
Yeah.
Because it's
I had exactly one friend like that.
yeah,
They would just scream at me about
Dante's Inferno.
gosh darn. God, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what captured those people so much about it. It seemed fine. I think I might have played a little bit of Dante's Inferno. I'm pretty sure I've played some Dante's Inferno, and it
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it was a serviceable action game.
Yeah, the God of War light.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Seven Deadly Sins.
I'm a Seven Deadly Sins hater.
Getting a beta test on whatever this game is.
An open world RPG is getting a beta test.
Enshrouded.
Is it?
Getting an update. This game was big for like a month or so at one point.
Mm-hmm.
This was like an it game on Twitch. Very similar to like Valheim, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Age of Empires 4 gets new dynasties. That's crazy. And it comes to PlayStation 5. Okay. Europe.
Ooh, I'm interested in that because Age of Mythology just got a Chinese faction, and I think maybe a Japanese faction. So now Age of Empires 4. That's good, pretty good, Alex. I'm also gonna just skim through it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of like winding down on Gamescom right now.
Yeah.
Like my my excitement for it was never like too high, but it's kind of like
what I find interesting is very PC focused. It feels like
it does seem very PC focused. You're right. I agree. There's just like I don't know, a lot of it that's new isn't quite hitting for me. Some of it's interesting, but nothing's like heck yeah. This is interesting. More Cult of the Lamb. That's cool. I own this game.
Yeah.
I could and should play more of it.
I only played it a bit at PAX when we were there forever ago.
I've played it at my house. It has a co-op update, so you can play it 2-player now. It's fun. I actually, in my honest opinion, I get tripped up with like the management part of the game. Um, where I'm like I'm less interested in the management part instead of the action fighting part.
Yeah, you
Uh,
want to. So you need a co-op partner to manage things while you go and fight for like resources and
if it was
whatever.
like that, that'd be cool. One guy could just one character stays back and just manages, and I go out and fight. Sure. Oh my gosh, World of Warcraft stuff. We've
Still
got
happening.
Project Spectrum. What
PvP
psychological
VE.
PvPvE game where you battle against monsters and other players and your own sanity, says Jeff
Yeah,
Keighley.
they mentioned your game in that blurb, Hunt the Showdown.
In this, I didn't read it,
And that no,
but
just like yeah, just right under Project Spectrum, the thing you just read, right under it, it just said so a little Hunt Showdown, a little fear.
oh my
I just
game.
think it's funny that they mentioned Hunt Showdown.
I guess so. In the fact that it's PvP VE and it's dark, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Looking at this trailer now, so when we talked about the concept of the game, I wasn't excited at all. I like how slow this looks. Like my
I'm.
favorite part of Dark and Darker is how slow it is.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But there is still a lot here that makes it just feel like it's not a video game for me.
It's very dark. This is very, very
Mhm.
dark. Um,
A lot of those masks.
it's yeah. I don't know. I guess I could see the Hunt Showdown crowd wanting to give this a try.
Mhm.
I don't know how different it looks though. So a little Hunt Showdown, a little Fear. All right. Ghost of Yotai got a nice new trailer, but no PC release. Cool. Um, big game.
Mm-hmm.
More news about it doesn't really do much for me though. Like I,
Friend of the show, Glanton.
mm-hmm.
When I hooked up with him in Brooklyn and we were having a couple beers, he was telling me about how excited he is for Ghost of Yotai.
It's a very pretty game.
Hmm.
It's gonna be good, I'm sure. I just don't need to see more of it. I think I got it all already.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Uh,
They just released like before this, like there was like a 16 to 20-minute trailer or
yeah,
something.
yeah, they had again, it showed up at Games Fest where it was basically just announcing that, yeah, like that big overview video that was coming out.
Mhm.
Resident Evil Requiem footage spent some quality time with protagonist Grace and her mom. Um,
And her mom, one of the protagonists from Resident Evil Outbreak, a game that would rule if it wasn't on the PS2.
because
I'll watch this
PS2 is a
trailer
bad
later.
system.
No, it's a good system. My issue with Outbreak itself is that it's designed to be multiplayer and it was designed to be like a PS2 online game. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you can't really play that game really anymore. And it doesn't and it's not like split screen, so you don't really like it's just not great. But um this is a trailer that I will watch when we're done the show, and I will have sound on and everything, and I'll
Mm-hmm.
go through it, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll have, cause I love Resident Evil. I played through every single one of these dumbass games. Um, I am Stockholm syndrome into it, so I do want to know more. It is fun how they are just screaming at you about all the Grace footage, and they have just refused to show Leon footage anywhere. Like we know he's in the game, like we know it's been talked about, but like they just don't want to show you Leon
Leon,
footage at all.
it's because they're waiting. They're waiting to show you because he's gonna be sexy.
Hmm. There was a report recently that they're like, this is Leon's last game, which I'm very interested about.
Oh, that's why they don't show
Like
him
I
because he's dead.
yeah, he's gonna do something heroic and
Uh,
be cool.
closes out with Black Myth Zhongque, fully
Yeah,
fledged
I think that's
sequel.
a great attempt.
Thanks.
No, I think no. I'm sorry. I said that like it sounded sarcastic. I think you did a really good job on the
Thank you.
pronunciation.
Um, this is cool. This is interesting. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm glad to see. the Black Myth Wukong team hop right back into something. I'm sure they
Mhm.
learned a lot with that first game. It was obviously a massive success, uh, both critically and just like game sales. Um, so yeah, cool, good for them. Jumping back into it.
Mhm.
I didn't play Black Myth Wukong. I probably won't play this either, but
Yeah.
um, it did. It, Black Myth Wukong did seem like a better one of those type of games, you know?
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, like like the production quality. It looked very
exactly.
pretty, which is like my thing with all these Souls like now because we've gotten into an era where like it's easier for smaller teams and just like maybe not as like heavily funded teams or heavily like staffed teams to make games that look very pretty as long as you like understand
Yeah.
your kind of like your design focus. And I think Black Wukong looked very, very pretty.
Hmm.
Um and this one, I mean this is a CG trailer, but this looks pretty too.
It looks very pretty also. I like the character designs.
Hmm.
Um, that was definitely a big selling point, I think, of that first one is just like it's immediately or its immediate sell factor was like, whoa, this looks really pretty. This looks great. Um, and that was it says closes out with that. Let's see what we got
Hmm.
in this thing. Little bits we skipped along the way: Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines 2 pre-order,
Probably watch that
um,
trailer after the show. I
Void
am
Breaker
excited.
out now in early access.
Yeah, what you mentioned.
Neverness to Everness, a supernatural urban open world RPG from Perfect World. On Fortnite's Squid Games, the new player made games dropping on the August 20th. Then you got 4 got a story trailer. More
Hmm.
Chronos stuff. Chronos looks okay.
Chronos looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I've heard people talk about Chronos, and it goes like kind of up and down, in my opinion. But I think it's going to be a good one of these
Mm-hmm.
Dead Space likes.
Yeah, I agree. Moonlighter 2 entering early access in October. That's cool. That's exciting. I think that game looks cool. The first game's cool.
Hmm.
Um, Two updates. Click to show. Deeper look at the biggest news. Blah blah blah. It's everything we already saw.
Hmm. I'm shocked that Masquerade is one actually coming out, and two is October 21st. That just felt like a game that was going to keep getting uh delayed and delayed until it died. But the fact that
Nope.
Paradox was kept just giving the company, I mean the
Eh,
IP to like a different company halfway through development, being like, hey, you have done bad job, to another, and like they just didn't give up in it, which I think is interesting.
yeah. They had spent enough money where they were like, someone's got to do something with this.
Yeah, the original dev did, I think, get really really heavily laid off
Yeah.
and maybe shuttered, but still.
Yeah. So that was Gamescom
Still.
opening night.
Mhm.
It
Oh, I
seems like
know.
we'll get a little more to trickle out. I'm sure we'll get some gameplay for some games like Silk Song. We'll get a Silk Song thing
Yeah,
on,
you get some hand-on reviews of Silk Song.
and Kirby Air Riders. So
Hmm.
that's cool. Next up, Dead Take.
Ooh.
That's your
What does the dead take?
uh, what does I don't know what does the Dead take?
I don't know.
Their
I
time.
said it like it was like a hinting for like the video game, and it's like that. No, it's a dead take. Is more of like the concept of the name actually comes from the fact that it's all like first take, like interview, like auditioning kind of stuff.
Hmm.
So I played when I came back from New York after you had the wonderful show with Dinnermancer.
Hmm.
Um, I came back on Wednesday night, and that Sunday, I was like, hey, I really want to play Dead Take, because one, just surrounded by people who like everyone in this game is like is someone who I think is cool. They're all voice actors of like high quality,
Hmm.
very famous in the scene. Like Neil Newbern is like Asterion in Baldur's Gate 3. He's also in a lot of other things. Ben Starr, the
A
Dreamboat,
lot of Ben
is in
Starr being
here.
shown in this. Just straight up Ben Starr,
Laura
not his
Bailey's in
voice.
it.
Just
Yeah,
straight.
yeah, and that's what. Yeah, I'll get there. Sorry, I said that. I didn't mean to like. I'll get there,
No,
Chris. No, I
that's
meant it
cool.
like. Um, what I wanted to play this really badly. I didn't want to play it alone. I wanted other people to experience with me. One, because like I like playing horror games with other people. It's a little
Mm-hmm.
less scary, but also, solving puzzles with other people is fun. Um, this is a first-person horror puzzle game. Um, it with a lot of FMVs in it, full motion videos.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Mm-hmm.
are in the chat and haven't played a game made outside of last, I mean, there's more FMVs nowadays, but they're harder to find. But they used to be really popular.
Yeah.
Um, so you basically the premise of the game is you go to this giant house owned by this eccentric producer who is like very kind of like he's like very sketchy. He's not. He's like he makes movies go, but man, he's like mean and whatever.
Okay.
I'm underselling how mean he is. He's
Sure.
abusive.
He's very
So you
okay.
go through the game, and it has a lot of like. I guess really what I want to come down to is this game has like excellent puzzle um hinting. No, what's the correct word? Like signposting, I guess. You go to an area, you interact with an item, you read through like a paper, you read through instructions, you find a thing, and you look at it and you go, I don't really know what this is going to be used for. And then like as you explore this really creepy setting, you start to kind of like almost effortlessly go, oh my gosh, of course that thing I learned earlier has to do with this. And just like it's really satisfying because it's a puzzle game, but it's not a puzzle game that's going to sit there and make you like scream your brains out
Sure.
like an old King's Quest that might have like arbitrary rules.
Mm-hmm.
Like you give ring to frog, so frog gives you a food to give to the god. Like it's nothing like that. It's
Yeah.
very like what you should be doing. You just have to kind of then figure it out and apply what you've learned. But the kicker is, throughout the mansion, you find USB drives of people's audition tapes and then like the early footage for an upcoming movie. So you see like Ben Starr, Neil Newbin, Laura Bailey, Travis Willingham, all these like big
Big voice
names in voice
actors. Yeah.
acting, are all like throughout this. Sam Lake is in it,
Okay. Cool.
creator of Alan Wake.
Yeah.
And you get all these takes, and then one of my favorite puzzle mechanics is that you splice takes together, so you get the whole picture of what's actually happening
Mm-hmm.
in a scene or in a thing, and that will give you more context to learn more puzzles, things going on, and lead you to more jump scares. So just like I had a really wonderful time with it. I don't want to give too many like story spoilers because the game is the story
Yeah.
for all
Yeah.
intents
Yeah.
and purposes. It's like 6 hours long. I think we like at most. I think we beat it in like 5-ish. And it's just really immersive. It's very jump scary at times. It's suspense scary most of the time, and the puzzles are fun.
How long did it take?
Yeah, it was like 6.5,
Six,
or
six and a
like
half.
no, it was like 5. Sorry. It was 5.5 ish, and that's with like cooperative puzzle solving.
Okay.
Like because I was in a voice
It,
chat with friends. It
yeah.
wasn't like I was I didn't have one brain power. I had 3 brain powers.
Uh,
um, yeah, I suggest it
when
if you're interested in it at
when was
all.
this
Try it out.
released?
Half a month ago,
Okay, so it came out
maybe.
very recent. So very new, very recent.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it's only on PC. Steam.
I like I'll always remember it as the game where I was watching a live interview with Ben Starr, and Greg Miller goes up to him like he's off, he's not the one doing the interview, but he comes on stage and be like, "Hey Ben, I just learned about this game that you're in, and I gotta ask if we could talk about it yet." And this is that game
Okay.
because like a day later, this trailer dropped.
Ah.
But
Any
very good. I suggest it.
was there any specific like standout performance in this? Because this feels like with all the voice actors and the
Mhm.
FMV, this feels like one of those type
Mm.
of games where like a character or just the characters in general, I guess, could really like carry.
Yeah, I think so. Neil is kind of like the emotional through line of the story. Um, I think Neil's performances are a bit more like evocative. Like they very much of like there's a lot more highs and lows in his like or like not in his performance but in the emotion that he's like going
It
through.
gets the people
So it's the
going.
one that I think yeah, it gets the people going. But there are some moments with Ben where he is like super calm and then snaps like on a dime that I think are like that I was like whoa, I was like pretty good, pretty damn um and then Alana Pierce is another one of the people who's not typical of voice actor for most things. She's in it. She has a little role in this. And then I see Alana Pierce in something. She has an American accent. I should say. Surprises me completely.
Oh, she puts on an American accent.
Yeah, yeah.
She's been doing more voice acting.
Yeah, and
Uh,
she did like she was in regular acting in that VHS short that I liked a lot.
she wasn't, and apparently, like people said, she did great in that.
Mm-hmm.
Dispatch. She's in Dispatch.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm
Uh,
surprised we didn't get a release date for that today.
it's a good point. That needs a release date.
Mm-hmm.
The people have been waiting for it. Um, okay, so yeah, I mean, this sounds cool. How much does this cost, did you say?
Ooh, I didn't. So I bought it when it was, you know how like pretty much every game now on Steam is like when the first day it comes out, it's a little cheaper.
Yep.
Um, it is $15 currently.
Okay.
Um, it is published by Pocket Pair, so you can get this in Pal World in a bundle if you really want.
Sick.
Um,
Yeah, no. Mm-hmm.
not something I think I would do, but yeah, it was $15. I think I spent like 13 or something. Um, like I think it would be really fun like even if like you and Tara just sat down and were like, "Hey, let's play through this game," because you
Yeah.
can. Unlike that other FMV game I watched you guys play, it's not
Yeah.
obtuse and nonsensical.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's when you were comparing like the puzzles in this to something um like Kingsfield, where you were like, yeah, it's kind of like
King's Quest.
King's Quest, not Kingsfield, different game. Um, it made me think of like that other FMV that I played, where it was just kind of like it got to the point where you're just like, you're not even playing the game, you're just choosing different options. You're just fishing for the right answer. You're not like actually solving anything anymore.
Yeah, and
Um,
like even with like the video splicing mechanic that you do, like you can brute force it, but so close to where you have to do it is a great like just not in your face like like thing you can look at and go, oh wait, I'm supposed to do this and this.
gotcha.
It just like is it teaches you how to do things so easily as long as you like pay attention to the world around you.
Yeah. And yeah, 5 or 6 hours, that's a good $15, good night, or a
Mhm.
weekend or something where you could do that. Yeah, that
Mhm.
sounds pretty good. Ben Starr gonna be at PAX West.
So jealous.
Yeah, I could go see him. Anything you want me to say to
Mhm.
Ben Starr?
Um. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Man, I don't know. Like my brain immediately went to something just like to disparage his opinions, which felt bad. Because at
Wow.
first, my brain was originally be like, "Hey, I'm sorry, Final Fantasy VIII is not even a top like 10 Final Fantasy."
Okay,
um,
I'm not the guy who's gonna deliver that because that's my Final Fantasy. So
because he's also like that's the one he's like that's the best Final Fantasy,
yeah,
Final
I'm with
Fantasy
him. That's all
VIII.
right.
So you can tell him, you can be like, "Hey, I my friend disagrees with you, but like Final Fantasy VIII is the best Final Fantasy."
All right. So I'll walk up to him and be like, "Hey, hey Ben, C Parks from the Park Bench. I'm like, yeah, no, I know you.
Mhm.
Hey, how's it going? I'd be like, huge fan of Final Fantasy VIII. Golden Rose K,
My co-host.
what a maroon, am I right? You heard what they said on episode 12. Ben Star's just gonna be like, dude, I couldn't even finish the episode after that. I'm like, yeah, I'm so sorry about them. I
Yeah,
can't,
they cut off
I
after I
can't,
haven't said glowing reviews for Dead Take.
I can't, I can't control them. But yeah, Final Fantasy VIII, best one. No, I didn't play the one that you starred in, actually.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, like ooh, actually 16.
uh,
Uh,
Balatro though.
yeah, I like that you're a clown
Like
sometimes.
you're the Balatro guy. You're Mr. Balatro. Yeah, all right. So that's Dead Take and Ben Starr. What do I got next? Next, I've got, you know, wishlist quick hits. These are
Hmm.
just games that I recently hit wishlist on Steam for one reason or another. I just randomly found and hit wishlist because I was like, this is interesting. I don't want to forget about it. Uh, First up, we got a game called Inkshade. This is uh tactics inscription.
Oh,
Uh, yeah,
oh, I do see this.
it has it's just yeah, it's very inscription. If you know inscription, you can see it in the trailer. Um, it has its walk around the room doing little puzzle stuff that will get you new pieces to go into the tactics game mode with. Um, the color palette and everything is also very inscription-y. It's really dark. Um, but yeah, it just I don't know. Seemed neat. It seemed like one of those games I put it on my wish list as like a game to look out for kind of thing where, you know,
Yeah, this looks wonderful. I'm very interested.
someday
I'm.
this'll be a hit or there'll be a
Mhm.
crowd when this comes out. This will be talked about and you know, just getting ahead of it, I guess. I don't know. I
I hope it has the stuff like everything that is like like you say it's this but this. I'm always
Mhm.
like a little worried that it's like too derivative.
Mhm.
Um, because like again, Inscription I think is a near perfect game. I think the game's incredible. I think Danny Mullins is a genius.
For sure.
Uh, and I just like take that concept, make more. If people just made more Inscription likes, I'm for it.
Yeah,
Like that's just really.
I this looks like a great inscription like without just being inscription.
Mhm.
Um and it looks well done. Studio Vazel looks like it's their first game. So nothing to base their history off of. Oh, it actually just came out, released a couple days ago. And it's currently on
18
sale.
whole dollars. $18 instead
Seven,
of the 20 it will be.
yep, 17.99 right now. So a couple dollars off. Um yeah, immediately it was just kind of like the aesthetic, the inscription, um, like esque look to it with this like wooden tabletopy game feel. I was just like, oh, this looks cool. Um, Next up, here's a behind the scenes. Here's our notes. I've noticed something about all the games on my list.
Hmm.
They're all 2 word games that are 1 word. Ink Shade, Dark Swarm, Dread More, Wind Swept. But they're all spelled out as 1 word. Dark Swarm, published by the guys who did Deep Rock Galactic. Not the developers of Deep Rock
Ooh,
Galactic, but it is the
the publisher.
publishers. This is um very similar to a Helldiver, but Helldivers 1.
Oh, okay.
Um it's that like top-down isometric um arcadey look with uh swarms of bugs and undead type looking things. And then it has that friendly fire, it's chaos. Another game that it's similar to, I think it's called Alien Swarm.
Yep. Yep. I
Uh
know people who love aliens, but
Alex.
Alex.
Alex loves Alien
Always
Swarm.
Alex. Always
Uh
Alex.
yeah, this is an Alex heavy show. So yeah, this is yeah, a Helldivers Alien Swarm inspired game published by the Deep Rock Galactic team. Um,
Hmm. This is the dev's first game. I just looked it up.
the dev's first game, but published by Ghost Ship. Um, the Deep Rock guys do have another game coming out. They're making a new Deep Rock Galactic. A Deep Rock Galactic Rogue, like basically. Uh, I think it's called Deep Rock Galactic Rogue. Um, but yeah, so that's this game. This game is not out yet. Is coming to early access. You can request access to it. Uh, and yeah, I don't know. It looks nice. I had some fun time with Alien Swarm playing with Alex. Um, and it's I don't know, classic Helldiver feel to it, which is cool. Helldiver just came out on Xbox.
Yeah, Helldivers 2 with
Uh,
ODST stuff.
so it had me thinking uh I don't know. This being Helldivers like, but the old one, which is the one that I played. Uh, it just had me interested, and just the team's putting it together. Next up, Dreadmore.
Because you love fishing games.
This is
You're in your fishing game era.
this is first person fishing game, but also very much dredge.
Uh-huh.
This is first person dredge. Um, it looks
I
it looks cool. It looks creepy. I like the aesthetic of it. Uh, it's more uh the first person aspect of it definitely changes up the gameplay from Dredge because you're actually walking around and shooting.
hmm
You're not just piloting a boat. Um, but the Dredge part is like the fishing with the fishing inventory stuff and the eldritchy horror going on around you. Um, but the vibes are all there. The vibes
hmm
of it are there.
I'm like really interested in like how much of the horror like mechanics are in it. Like in one of these slides farther on, you see you're holding a gun towards a horrifying creature.
Yeah, there are there
That's some terror of the deep.
I'm some of my curiosity because like you see what looks to be crafting. It's a workbench.
Mhm.
Um, and there's different things that you're crafting. It looks like you can craft fishing items, guns, and then maybe health and clothing.
So it looks
Um,
like.
so yeah, it looks like you're balancing different stats between probably fishing and combat. And then maybe there's boat upgrades. I don't know. But yeah, here I'm looking at you have in your menu you have your ship, your bilges, backpack, missions, and other. Um,
This this menu is like, I want to be like, just a like random aside. One of my favorite things in video games is having an inventory system where you have to like Tetris things around.
It's
It's
cool.
just I adore it.
I
I
no,
don't know why.
I also like it. I think it just helps gamify picking up shit. Just like it's like you're not just
Hmm.
picking up random detritus, it's like there's a
Hmm.
reason for it and you got to figure it out. Uh and yeah, I the my biggest curiosity with this is how much of the game takes place off the boat and in
Hmm.
what capacities. There is like this, the fight back and there's the shooting. Um and you see this like menu for the trader, basically, for like a storekeeper. um but yeah, I'm curious like how much of that is like walking through the town to the storekeeper. I don't know. It's just looks
Yeah,
cool.
I'm also interested. Is it like just like, a survival game at the end of the day? Is there a final goal? Is there a narrative to it? Like that's kind of stuff I'm also interested in.
Yeah, I know there it says there's missions on one of the the menus there, but yeah, you're right. Is it just? It might say, let's see, a Lovecraftian fishing adventure set in post-nuclear apocalypse world. Sell your yield, upgrade your boat, build
Yeah.
equipment, and battle monsters lurking in water and on land. Explore forgotten lands and discover ancient secrets. So yeah, I'm curious. It doesn't really say anything there. Um, is it a? It says survive, but that
Mm.
doesn't. I don't know if that necessarily means it's a survival game or if it is like a linear narrative focused game. But it looks cool.
Yeah, like is it a survive game or is it a survival horror type thing?
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Early access, I think. Plan to release. Oh no, it doesn't say anything about early access. It's just no release date yet. It's just to be announced. Okay, developed by DreamDock, their first game. That's
Yeah,
it.
I think every game you put I've looked through is
It's
the
their first
dev's
game.
first game. Yeah.
Uh, Last game on here that I got, Windswept. Um,
Man, this game is cute.
I've seen this game for years on Twitter. Years and years and years. I've seen this. I like the person or people or whoever making this game. I've seen this like constantly pop up. Um, and then it wasn't until recently where I've seen it advertised not just directly from like the dude making or the developer making it. And it's the most gameplay I've seen from this trailer. A lot of the other gameplay was like very basic platformy stuff, real quick, just kind of like, hey, I'm making this game. Look what I did today, kind of stuff. Uh, this put together more of the game for me with like the overworld it showed and whatnot. But it's cute.
Hmm. I
It
like
looks.
the like you see like the bouncing on things mechanic that makes you do like an extra jump spin thing that
Mm-hmm.
very Donkey Kong Country.
Mm-hmm.
Your gosh darn duck and a turtle. What else is there to like
Your
about it?
duck.
What else do you need from a video game?
And from what I can tell, you can swap between the two. Most of this trailer, it looks like the duck is in control as player one, but there are parts where I believe it looks like you're actually controlling the turtle. And then
Mhm.
also it looks like when you are in the lead, it looks like the lead character has a unique ability to
Yeah.
itself and then can use your
Hmm.
uh partner in different unique ways. Like we've seen a couple times like the duck can kind of flap its wings and hover a little bit. And then also can pick up and throw the shirtle tail, the shirtle tail, the turtle shell.
Spinners.
Um, and so I don't know what else the duck and turtle would do together, but it looks cute. I don't know.
Hmm. And there's like animals I can see that you ride on and stuff like that too. Um, It's just very Donkey Kong Country coded. I think this just looks incredible. And I didn't know about this until you told me about it. So.
Yeah, it's cool. Top Hat Studios is publishing it. They have done other games. They did
I was looking through that. I don't know.
Crypt Custodian. They published Crypt Custodian and
I'm not aware of that one. Oh,
Frogun.
and Frogun. Frogun. Shout out to Frogun.
Yeah, that's a game I know. Those are cool looking.
Oh. They also published The Citadel, which is a game I don't feel 1,000% comfortable
Okay.
talking about. No, it's a good game. It's a first-person shooter for like boomer shooter with way more complex mechanics. It just also happens to be very, very specific trigger warnings, I guess.
Okay. Also anticipated upcoming Top Hat titles. I almost put this game in here also. Paper Animal Adventure. So I'll just show that real quick right now, but it's another just cute roguelike game.
Oh, I've seen this one.
Yeah, it looks fine. I've seen more and more about it, but yeah. So those are my games for my quick list. You've got your Tanuki Pawns Summer, which you've been talking about for a while. So let tell me about it.
Tanuki. This this has been highlighted in my wish lists for like 1 second. I'm just again. Shazam came and shedded a bunch on me.
Blame the cat.
There was like an Xbox indie showcase just like earlier this year, like in February. I don't remember the exact time. This is a very pretty, very like all the cutscenes in it are very adorable.
Yeah.
You play as a little Tanuki. There's a demo that is available now. I played it a couple weeks ago. It is very much you're on a bike, but everything you do is very Tony Hawk like. It's very much like you accelerate, you jump, you do a trick by hitting a button in a direction that determines what kind of trick you do.
So you mean it's Dave Mirra?
Yeah.
BMX.
Yeah, I would never have been able to take that off the top. Like I never would have been able to remember that Dave Mirra BMX existed. But yeah, Dave Mirra BMX, like where you play as a Tanuki that delivers mail. Basically, you don't get to do a full month in the demo, but it's very pretty. You deliver mail, you get little challenges that's like, oh, people will give you more rewards if you deliver their mail and you do this trick over this thing or combo this many. Like very, very Tony Hawk like challenge levels. Like collect like Tanuki or something instead of skate. All the while it does have like a little bit of like, it has a lot of like random mini games because people will be like, hey, let's give you an odd job. So you do like you help out serving drinks at a bar, you help out taking pictures for like a photographer, and then you go back home and you try to restore your shrine because nobody cared about the Tanuki shrine. So you go there and you have to like you use your money, and then you make your little Animal Crossing like island, but only in your shrine area. So there's like some fun design stuff for people who, it's just a little bit of everything. It's just like a little catch-all game that's very cute. I just could not stop smiling at how cute it was.
The cutscene animation stuff is great. I very much like the way that looks. There was another game that was also just announced. I think I somehow saw that you saw it. It's another like mail delivery game. You're like an animal who delivers mail. I wish I could remember what it was off the top of my head right now. But yeah, recently announced another like animal mail delivery game, which seems like they hit, because another game I thought of recently was Yoku's Island Express.
Yep.
Another game where you're delivering mail.
This is all stem from Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back, when you see Dragonite with a mail cap at the post office, and you're like, wow, we should make more animals work at the post office.
Pokemon Company's got to look into this as a game now.
They really, yeah.
A Dragonite delivering mail as a game.
That's That's my favorite part of Mystery Dungeon is having the Palepper fly over to your mailbox and just go dunk, and it leaves your mail in your mailbox and flies away. It's pretty good. Palepper, cute as hell.
Yeah. Um, Next topic. We can both a little bit talk about this, but you played a crap ton
The king is
of
watching.
The King is Watching.
The
Yeah.
king is watching.
Uh, Tell me about your time with The King is Watching.
Oh man. So this game I learned about. I think I maybe have like looked by it. It was on my wish list, but that's so meaningless to me at this point. Everything's on my wish list. It feels like I've really ruined myself. But I'm so interested in everything. Um yeah, so I saw this somebody streaming this game. And I looked at it and I was like, oh man, this game actually reminds me a lot of Loop Hero, which is a game I really, really like. And like Loop Hero, I have just um played this nonstop, dissociated. It is really, really addicting. It is very much of like, I know exactly what I did wrong in this run, so maybe I should adjust and do this and this, or I didn't get the right units, so let me do this and this and this. But the gameplay loop that you can see on screen is that there is a production angle, and then there's the auto combat angle, and then there's little events that happen throughout the game too, but those aren't as important. But you basically, the whole gimmick is that the king is watching only tiles that you are holding over. You can see him moving around like this, like tetramet, like this piece of like around the buildings, and whatever you're looking at is concurrently produce materials or units. So you want to build out your little board, your little castle on the left side of the screen as like kind of efficiently as possible, and as like so you can move your eye and look over like the right things at the right time to efficiently produce the right kind of materials in order to efficiently produce the right type of units. um that's And then all the combat and everything happening is real time. You can certainly pause it to like do like some quick adjustments, but like it just keeps going. So it's a little hectic, but once you get into a rhythm of it, it's just entirely addicting. I just literally was staring at the screen, being like I closed my eyes, like to that point, I closed my eyes and I'm like, I see little things I gotta move around. I
Yeah.
gotta see a new eye.
Yep.
um,
Yeah, my small time that I had with it because I played the demo was one of the things I noticed was that like hectic nature that it has to it where nothing's necessarily moving fast.
mhm,
It's just that there's multiple places that you are just like constantly paying attention to with
mhm.
where you're watching and where you're not watching and what's coming, but then also just like constantly keeping track of your resources. Um,
Yeah.
and I played a few runs of it. It was hard. It was definitely hard. But felt like what when I played it during a Next Fest, I think I played like 2 or 3 runs of it, and I had other games that I wanted to play, but I got to the point where I was like, I understand this, and I like where this is going. Um, and just like the different ways that it lets you play. And also I guess part of it with like the roguelike aspects that I came
Mhm,
across at least is um you basically you get to points where you can kind of choose what tile you want access to
mhm.
throughout a run. And so you can potentially go heavy where you're like, oh, I want to do a lot of magic and get a lot of
Yes.
magic stuff. Or if you're not into that, you can just be like, I just want straight up cavalry or whatever, like
Mhm.
um there is a little randomness to it because you don't just get everything. Um
Yeah.
and then there's
And
also
that's like so exciting. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry. Yeah, you fin.
there's paths too that you have to take, because
Mhm.
like, you know, in a lot of resource management games, it'll be like, all right, you get all this wood, which leads to this stone stuff, which leads to this gold stuff, which leads to this and that and that and that, you know. Um, and there are branching paths you can take. Like I know, when I was playing, I could have just kept going with wood to stone to bronze, whatever.
Mhm.
But there was another resource that I saw, and I was like, oh, I can get, I can go down this other path that leads to dragons. So that's cool. So rather than going through this other path, I'll start down the dragon path or something like that, which was, it was cool because it yeah, it just helps make runs feel different, or just doing the same game but just, yeah, different play styles. I don't know. It's cool. It's definitely good. Um, one of the things that I don't think I got to do was, um you they're like Tetramino that I have paused on screen for, like where you're watching that you were
Mhm.
talking about. You can alter that, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
I don't believe I got to do that in the demo. Um,
Mhm.
but that, thinking about
So
that
like, if you like
was
look at where
cool.
the screen is paused, it's
Hmm.
the like that second thing in the middle down, like right above like the green symbol.
Yeah,
Um, that that is like what you would upgrade in order to change your Tetramino. And each king you have has different Tetramino and has different upgrade path, which is so fascinating to me because like there are some like a big part of like the roguelite mechanics is that you earn that green currency that you see in the bottom. Um, and no, that's the
that's the
happiness. Never mind. But
happiness.
yeah, there is a green currency that you earn that looks a lot like the red currency in the top left that you can't necessarily see on the stream because you're just hovering over the video pause.
Yeah, the video
Um,
stuff I can't get
and
rid of it.
you exchange those coins for like passive upgrades to make your next run. Like maybe some of these noble palaces on the side are no longer there, and that you're free to just upgrade at will. Maybe you get unlocked new kings that you have different mechanics completely. They have different abilities. When you use a king and you beat like their, it starts off. There's only two bosses in each. Like there's two major areas as far as I know so far, and you start off at like threat level 0. On threat level 0, you fight two bosses. You're on baby mode. The game is relatively easy, although not for your first time because you don't know what the heck you're doing. Um, And then when you beat that, then there will be three bosses. Every time you beat a boss with any king, you unlock their like active cooldown powers. And every king's active cooldown powers are wildly different in creating like truly crazy different ways of playing the game. Um, one might be like, hey, one of the runs that I played last night that I was determined to make work, and I got all into the final boss before I died, was that one king liked it when you had like you gained like a whole bunch of stuff like resources, and everyone got way more powerful for each different type of unit on in your army. So it was like, how do I make an army with like 20 different units in it? And that's like, so like I would make, like I was like had to figure out, okay, I have a peasant, I have a swordsman, I have a militia, and like I have these geese that ride other people who ride on these geese. I have like, and all of these things. So it's like, how do I make an economy that can handle having 20 different units requiring 20 different resources? Like not necessarily 20 different resources, but needing all these different resources. So it was a really interesting, fascinating kind of like push pull um of like trying to get it to work. And I got to the final boss and I lost to the final boss just because um I could not just produce. I just ran out of resources. I kept trying. I spread too thin. I didn't have enough wheat. I think it was like most of my units required wheat, so I was suffering on the wheat train. And that will happen. Like if you put all your eggs in one basket, if by the end of the game you don't have enough ways to make wheat, you're not going to be able to make you're going to reach a point where your units are dying maybe too fast, and you can't just you can't harvest wheat at enough rate to replenish your military. And so it's like there's just so much little strategy that
It
goes around with like every
and
tile that you put down. I love
it's
it.
hard to figure out placing tiles because it does
Hmm.
get to that point where like you can stack a bunch of wheat together and just like pound
Hmm.
through wheat and you're like, yes, okay, I'm getting a ton of wheat. But then it's like, well, I also need water for my guys. So now
Hmm.
like I need to shift over just a little bit to get some
Hmm.
water. But if I do that, I'm not quite getting enough wheat that I want because now I'm also getting some wood, which I just like don't really need. Um, and you can move tiles after you place
Yeah,
them, but
they get a debuff.
it comes as at a temporary debuff, correct?
Yes, yeah. It just like for like when you move something, in order to work it again, you have to be your eye has to be looking at it for like X amount of seconds before it can actively start producing at its regular rate. It
Yeah,
just has a huge slow debuff for like
yeah.
the first whatever.
And in my time, that was useful, but
Mm.
there were points where I thought I was just using it inefficiently, where I
Hmm.
just wasn't building out my tile set properly. Um,
Hmm. And there's like what so this is like the main village level.
mhm.
Like and there's like the whole point of like the game is like every time you beat a run, you the next run has like way more like very, very common in roguelikes nowadays. And then there's like different modifiers on different enemies. You might start in debt, you might like and you can see on the map right now that like there's like swamp tiles and stuff like that that you have to like work on. But this crypt area is by gosh. At a certain point in the game, I feel like there is so much to pay attention to. Um, that is it like to a point where like uh each run like a boss might have different modifiers. So this one has specifically there's just a dude you have to keep alive. There's just a guy who's like just on the map and there's a carousel you see in the middle and is like if you spin the carousel, it makes the dude happy and he gains health. But if he dies before the first boss appears, then that boss has like 90% more attack
Oh
and
God.
he's enraged because that's his little brother you let die or something. I don't like I don't honestly read the lore as much as I probably should because I'm just like wanting to get back into the game.
Because the gameplay
Um,
loop is that good.
it's so good, and so
Yeah.
like now I have to pay attention to make sure that I'm going back to the carousel to make sure the guy doesn't die, and I have to, but while also trying to feed my gosh darn army, and then the crypt has these little treasure diving places also where there's a certain type of unit that you construct that you can send they're like really weak so like they're not really good for fighting against the other minions but you can send them to like that place to get onks to spend on a very specific type of currency because you want to add undead to your army because they have a crazy effects and it's just like at a certain point I feel like I am my brain is a light just trying to like figure everything out. There's
Yeah.
so many synopses going off, and I love it so much. I bought this game very very intoxicated Saturday night, being like, "This looks like the best game ever."
It is
Um,
good.
to Sunday morning and to last night playing. It says I think 30 hours. So in
Yeah.
48 hours, I somehow played 30 hours of
Yeah.
this video game. There's a little more time than that. I definitely stayed up too late. I just like I got sucked in so bad. I've unlocked a whole bunch of shit. There's still more to unlock. There's still different advisors, so we didn't talk about them at all,
Hmm.
that add different modifiers. Some make it so that you can't get any wood tiles, but it like makes it so you start with like a special spell that helps you get wood. So then you gotta kind of be like, I don't want to invest in any wood because I can't get that naturally. I only have it for as long as I have this magic. So there's like it just changes the way like that you want to play. And I'm
Yeah.
just like I'm enamored. I think this game rules.
It does rule. Uh, yeah, my short time with the demo, like I said, I played like 2 or 3 runs with it. And I was like, I get this. This is good.
Mhm.
Uh, it didn't take long. The first run I did, it's like like you had mentioned like baby mode, but not when you first
Mhm.
start playing because
Mhm.
it is difficult to understand exactly how much you're looking at and like keeping track
Mhm.
of. Um, because like yeah, my first run, I found myself a lot of times just losing track of my resources and just like zoning in on like 1 or 2 specific resources because like I needed it for a unit or whatnot, and then realizing like, oh crap, but now I'm out of water, or like, oh crap, this barracks is actually full. I can't even make more
Mhm. Mhm.
guys, and how I got to do that. And yeah, it's a lot. But when I was playing, when I felt in rhythm, uh, for the few moments that I did in my short time, yeah, it felt cool to be able to like have like clarity through all the chaos. Uh, it's a good game. I recommend it.
Mhm.
I'm glad you
Yeah,
played
me
it.
too.
I'm
Yeah.
glad that you have like such high praises for it. That's cool and exciting to me.
Yeah, it's like there are 10 threat levels, or like that's when you get like the whole like, the big banner.
Hmm.
And I've beaten 4 now.
All
So I'm
right.
on my way, but I'm at a point where like you start off with a lot of debuffs, and it's like this game I'm gonna have to rethink of how I play the game now because I'm like I need to have a different opener. It's almost like
Hmm.
how you do an RTS. Like on a certain threat level,
Oh
I
yes.
know I can just do like my 6 probes into like whatever but now I'm at a new threat level and I'm like, well, I can't do that anymore. They're sending me fast zergs. That's not it. It's like a very clumsy metaphor, but
They got the ling rush on
but
you.
mhm.
Hmm. Hmm. And you can also bundle this with a bunch of other games that were also like there's 3 different bundles for this that you can
Mhm.
do for other games that were like top picks on uh Steam Next Fest, which are all also good. You can get it with Drop Duchy, which is cool.
Mhm.
You can get it with He Is Coming, which is cool, but also on Game Pass.
Mhm.
Uh, and Nine Kings, which is also on Game Pass. Um, yeah, those are also, if you haven't played those or you don't know anything about any of those 3 games, Drop Duchy, He Is Coming, and Nine Kings are also games I would recommend.
Yeah, I'm definitely more interested in the rest of these now because like they all have like a similar like maybe language, I guess, to them.
There's a certain portion of it
Um
that translates uh over.
my Yeah, I only learned about He Is Coming recently because my friend was like, because I told him I was like, hey, you'll love this, and he's like, oh, I was looking at that. I also was looking at He Is Coming, trying to decide between. I'm like, well, they're in a bundle now, so like, you could get both.
Can't believe you didn't know it from my streams.
I only caught
Actually,
half of that Steam Next Fest
I was
stream.
gonna.
I'm pretty sure.
You also. I specifically remember you not being available that stream and showing up at the very, 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 very end of it, as I was
Mhm.
done playing a game called, I believe it, yeah, Mind Wave, which was
Yes,
the WarioWare like game,
yes, 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 yes.
uh, which is also cool. There's a demo for that. It's coming soon, also.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right. I was thinking
You want to do
of
that later,
doing
different
the
date?
next topic later, another date,
Yeah,
because I think
yeah.
we can
We
do
got
it.
a long show.
We started a little late because my flight in. Um, and we'll save our last topic for potentially next week, unless like a lot of
Hmm.
stuff happens, um,
Hmm.
or another time. But yeah, we'll talk about making a Chow game and how how that could be done because I think we can both talk a good amount about it.
Yeah, we can.
So yeah, that's a topic I'm excited to do that, and I'd rather do that not on this time crunch that I'm on, and
Hmm.
the lag in my head. So yeah,
Yeah,
and then you're
we'll get
gone.
it. We'll
You're
do it. And I'm gonna, yeah,
wait a sec.
next week
So we won't do it next week because
I'm gonna be at the lake.
you're
So
at the lake. Uh,
hopefully not putting another one of my best friends in the hospital.
the Rumney one.
Yeah.
Cool. What happened to that
Mm.
main no, the other two, the chalet and the other building that we used to stay in?
They're gone. So it's just the main camp and then Alex's parents' house.
I see. Did they do anything with the main camp? Because I know they had.
And no, it's falling apart even more.
I was gonna say I know they had plans to do more with, I thought, like the camper situation.
Yeah, nothing yet.
Yeah.
At least now. Figured out.
Yeah. It's cool that that's happening. All right. Well, that's the end of the recorded show. We're gonna hit
Play video games. They're cool.
play video games. They are cool. Play the ones that we just talked about. The King is Watching is like, yeah. I saw you playing that because I've been up
Play
late.
it again. I'm gonna sign off this show and play it again.
That's if only you streamed. If only you streamed.
Yeah.
You do stream just to Discord.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right. See. That's how I get everyone into my Discord. Kay.
Hmm.
As I force you to stream in my Discord, so that way.
What am I getting the J-Bone deal? Kidding. It's like, hey, when we start earning money at all, maybe we talk about it, but we're not there yet.
See, my biggest issue, because I don't think I haven't thought about something like that before with like having a shared channel that's on more. My concern is you just streaming more than me on my channel, and then just like people knowing you and not knowing who I am. I mean, like I'm just streaming one day, and they're just like, "What are you doing? Who are you?
C-Park guy?
Why aren't you playing The King is Watching?" And then I do play The King is Watching, and they're like, "You're not even good." But yeah, did you both talk about Star Racer? No.
I know. I heard of it, like literally, like almost when we were going live. I was just like looking around at video game news.
I'm trying to think of what Star Racer is because I'm picturing something, but I know it's not it.
And F-Zero, like,
is that what this is?
Yeah, it's in your. I think it's in your game trailers Discord. I think that's where I saw it.
Oh yeah. This is the one where it's like part F-Zero, part
The soundtrack rules.
Oh my god, I did see it in my Discord also. See this again, we gotta get I gotta get people in my Discord so they can see all the cool trailers, and then get you streaming in there so that way we can have our friends watch you, and then Domo and Dinner watch you. And me, I'm in all of it though, so it doesn't I don't matter. I am adding this to my wish list now if it's not already in there. Star Racer, because I did see this. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. Maybe I did or I didn't.
Yeah, anyway, play Star Racer when it comes out. Actually, let's see. This is track designed by Silent Fox. That's not, I mean, it's not the same name. I know it's not the same person. Is Silent Fox the Pikachu main of old? No, Fox main of old? Who am I thinking? What's the video? I only remember when Leffen 3-0'd Axe, he said that was for Silent Fox, I think. And I'm like, oh, Leffen, you are a good heel.
Hold on. No, it's Silent Wolf.
Silent Wolf. You see, and Fox and Wolf are in the same game, so
yeah, Silent Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
I had to look it up real quick.
The amount of niche knowledge you need to get any of that.
I know. Yeah, but this is the crew to do it with. All right, so
Yeah.
that's the end of the show. We're gonna go into the post show where we play Gamedale
Oh,
now.
show.
Thanks for watching.
Demo for it.
I will get everything up on YouTube. I started and it seemed like it went wrong. So now that I'm actually home and not just like setting it and then leaving to go across the country, it'll work.
The internet smoothed out, it seemed like halfway through the show.
I lowered
Maybe
my
not halfway,
bitrate
maybe a little. Oh, there you go.
by
That'd
like
be why.
200. It's not very
Yeah.
high. So yeah, I'll probably just keep it around here for now until I figure out the internet stuff. I don't know why it's like this. Anyway, I'm C Parks. You're Golden Rose K. This is the Park Bench. I'll see you next week with someone maybe.
And I'll be on island time.
Yeah, good for you.
I'll come back and I'll probably try to watch if I can. I don't trust the internet there, and I don't want to do a show from my phone.
Yeah, I get that. I get it. It's fine. No worries. So yeah. I'll see you next week. Bye.
2 weeks.
You have to say your thing.
I yield my time.
Okay, thank you. I hope I hit the right button. I think I did. I did. Okay, goodbye, everybody. Maybe.